What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Hockey Podcast Network's official YouTube channel. My name is Jerem, and I am here to host this watch along for the Chicago Blackhawks versus New York Rangers. A great original six matchup coming up. These two teams just played a couple days ago, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So for most of you who are jumping in here that might know who I am, I host who don't know who I am, sorry. I host the WCB podcast over on the Hockey Podcast Network. We cover all things Chicago Blackhawks and Chicago hockey in general. So I will have a lot more input on the Chicago Blackhawks than I do the New York Rangers, unfortunately, but I will do my best. I did a little bit of homework for you Ranger fans out here. And if I say anything or I'm missing anything, Ranger fans, let me know in the live chat below. This is a chat driven feed. So the more you guys talk, the more we interact, the better this is going to be. So let's get this going here. The first comment here we got from Josh, score predictions. That is going to be very tough because the Rangers are coming in super hot right now. The Hawks are playing 500 hockey. They're doing great. I mean, they're doing okay. They're staying in games. If you look back at Saturday's game, they took the Rangers to the very end. A bad second period from the Hawks kind of really derailed this team, which is a consistent theme with this team throughout the year. I'm going to give you guys a total homer answer here. I am going to say that the Hawks are going to win this game 4-3 in the shootout. And if the Hawks do win this game, it is a big milestone game here. And that is actually two of my storylines going into this game here. 500 is the magic number tonight. Marc-Andre Fleury is sitting on 499 career wins. One more gets him 500. I was really hoping to get this a little bit earlier in the season, but unfortunately, that rough start for the Blackhawks has pushed this back a little bit. And the other big 500 tonight is the Breadman. Artemi Panarin is looking for point number 500 in his career. Is he going to get that in Chicago with the team that's brought him over to the NHL? Probably. And honestly, I hope he does. He's on my fantasy team, so I hope he gets the only point, and that's it for the Rangers. So we'll call that a day. So let's see here. Look at that setup. Damn. Thank you. I have put a decent amount of work into my little recording area here. Hanging up lots of my autographs of previous guests, dream guests, and some of my all-time favorites. But yeah, so looking into a little bit breakdown into these teams, the Rangers are currently 16-4-3. They're currently riding a 6-game win streak. They last played, as I mentioned, Saturday versus the Hawks with a 3-2 win. And that's going to be huge for the team. They have a couple days rest on top of the Hawks, who last played on Sunday. So they're going to have a little bit of fresh legs. They are not happy with it being such a close game against the Blackhawks, who fortunately are the joke of the league. I mean, Western Conference at least. I mean, I know there are some terrible teams in the East right now. Joe, what is up, man? Joe, so glad you're able to make it. Your favorite Murphy is out tonight, so I'm wondering, do you got a game plan for who you're going to be talking about tonight? Speedy Gaming, 3-4 OT Rangers. Timmy gets 1 goal, 2 apples. Again, like I said earlier, that's my fantasy points right there. I will gladly take that for that sense, but unfortunate that the Hawks drop again. But you know what? Key point here for the Blackhawks, the more this team can push to overtime and just pick up that gimme point, that extra point for going to overtime. If they can put on some sort of win streak towards the end of the season and, make it interesting in the Central Division. But I mean, honestly, I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to kind of just float around where they're at right now. This is a great team, though. I think they have shown what they could have been if they got off to a much better start. Looking at the Hawks, too, really quick. So right now, they're currently 9-13-2. They last played Sunday against the Islanders, which was a 3-2 shootout victory. Unfortunately, again, story of the season for the Blackhawks is they do not know how to put up a full 60-minute game. They had the Islanders on the ropes, and I believe it was like 2 seconds left in the games in the game. They let up the game tying goal, send it to overtime. Not much action overtime. The Islanders controlled the puck the entire time. And they just, I don't know, they just didn't want to, put any pressure on Marc Andre. They, for some reason, want to take their shot at the shootout, which the Hawks have not lost in the shootout. In fact, they haven't let up a goal yet in the shootout this year. As I'm watching the pregame show right here, they show Patrick Kane's the only goal in last night's shootout was typical Kane, the slow down, little stop, and just absolutely roofed it over Varlamov's glove. Jacob, don't tell me you're a Hawks fan. I don't know what gave it away. um, but yeah, so the Hawks got a lot going for them right now. Derek King era has been very good, 8-4. When my podcast partner Tanner gets on here a little bit later, he pulled up a lot of interesting stats comparing the Colleton era and the Derek King era so far, and so I'm going to have him break that down a little bit. I'm still looking at the Hawks a little bit though. Their power play sits 19th in the league at 17.8%. Their PK's top 10 with 83.8%. Their points leaders on the year: Seth Jones with 3 goals, 19 assists, 22 points. Patrick Kane, 7 goals, 14 assists, 21 points. And Brinksy Cat, 14 goals, 5 assists, and 19 points. The only issue I have with those 3 guys being the top 3 is this needs to change. The Hawks need to get more scoring from the rest of their offensive players. I mean, they are relying way too heavy on Kane to bring it Seth Jones. Looking at the stats here, let me pull those up really quick. It's for a team with the offensive threats that they have, it hasn't been going too well according to plan. And we had a lot of high hopes for this team coming into the season, and yeah, it was a bad start. It's really hard to get back there. But looking at here, DeBrincat's got 14 goals. The next person's 8 with Hagel. Kane's got 7, and then you don't have anybody else with 5 goals on the Blackhawks. Kubalit's got 4, Seth Jones 3, Kirby Doc 3, who's also probably the most snake bitten player in the league right now. Well, him and Taves. That's a great debate right there. Who's more snake bitten? Dylan Strome's got 2, and Whistle's 2, Carr 2, McCabe. So they're not getting offensive numbers from their entire team. And there is no way you're going to compete in a extremely hard Central Division without a full team effort getting points up on the board. Let's see here. Don't be horrible. I like your background. I really appreciate it. I've never seen you before. Please tell me a little bit about yourself. Okay, so yeah, this is the second time I've been here. I did one very early on in the beginning of the season with Neil when we did the New Jersey Devils versus Chicago Blackhawks with the absolute probably Sully of the year with Jack Hughes scoring and just tossing a stick over the boards. But yeah, so as I mentioned a little bit earlier, is I host the WCB podcast covering the Blackhawks on the Hockey Podcast Network. We do a lot of cool stuff over there. We have had a lot of awesome guests on the show. I just locked down another one coming up for a couple weeks right before Christmas. I'm going to hold off saying who it is until I never say who it is until we get it in the can. But it will be a second time of this person's been on the show, Stanley Cup champion. But yeah, we've had players like Ed Belfour, Bickle, Bolin, Versteeg, all those kind of guys. We've even had some guys from the show Letterkenny. It's been a really cool ride with this, and it's been just an amazing experience joining the Hockey Podcast Network, really growing. Let's see, Mandy, who's your favorite player on Chicago? So currently on the team, I always got to go Jonathan Taves. He's probably my all-time favorite, captain series. He is exactly what this team is, or what it means to be a leader in this league. I know he gets a lot of hate right now because of him not getting many goals. And there's some other stuff going on that it's just, yeah. So I'll just leave it at that. I also huge DeBrincat fan, although I do have a little bit of a hard time saying I'm a DeBrincat fan when I am much older than DeBrincat. I'm officially at that age where it's weird. All the new players coming in are going to be younger than me, and it's like, am I going to be able to cheer for these guys and say they're my favorite player without being creepy? I don't know. Let me know if that's creepy or not. Do you have a Twitter? I will follow you. Yes, my personal Twitter is just my name, Zach, ZACH, Jerome, JAROM. But you can follow the podcast at WCB Pod podcast on all social media. I do a lot more on those. Let's see. You seem like an interesting dude. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I'm not a fan of Blackhawks, to be honest. You know what? A lot of people are not aren't a Blackhawks fan right now. And you know what? I don't blame people. I definitely I understand it. And yeah, you kind of mentioned here, especially with Kyle Beach. It's a tricky situation, and I totally understand why people are deterred from this team. We talk about it a little bit on the show. I don't want to really talk about that on here. Just because you know what, let's keep the focus on the current team. That's a past team that has nothing to do with the members of this team, except for Kane and Taves. But again, we'll put that off for our show. How old are you? Are you older than Isha? I'm not sure how old Isha is, but I am just about to turn 31 in a month or so. So I'm definitely a little bit on the older side. When's the game starting? 7:30. 7:30 will be a puck drop. They're on the ice now getting ready for this. The national anthem should be kicking off anytime soon, which by the way, if you have never been uh, to Chicago to the United Center for the national anthem, you're missing out. That right there alone is worth the experience. Jim Cornelison does an amazing job. Um, let's see. Can you type the name in the Twitter in the chat? Let's see here. I will type that here. I will do my personal, and I will do the podcast. Because you know what, the podcast is all that matters. Nobody wants to pay attention to my boring life. Let's see. You are so old, way older than even Isha. So yeah. So Josh asked, how old is Isha? That's a great question. How old is Isha? 27. Oh, shoot, man. I didn't even realize that. Damn. God, I keep feeling older and older every time this goes. The more I find out, the more I meet some of the people from the network and all that. Let's go. Let me touch back on the Rangers here for a little bit. My little bit of homework I did on them. So the Rangers, like I mentioned, 16-4-3, 6-game win streak. They're currently 10th on the power play in the league, 22.1%. 15th on the PK, 82.4%. Their leaders are the Breadman with 7-19-26 stat line, Adam Fox, 5, 10, and 25, and Kreider 16, 3, and 19. So I want to hear everybody in the chat. Let me hear who you think is going to win this game. Give me your predictions. Let me know, kind of let's Ranger fans. Here we go. Yankee Mojo. Let's go Rangers. Man, give me a little bit of insight on the Rangers. What is one thing I should know about the Rangers, since I've only seen them play once and I don't really follow them too often? Well, what is the key to the Rangers' success this year? Yeah, so I will follow both. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Really do. Let's see. So looking back at the last time they played Saturday, again, it was an okay game. The Hawks came out good. Um, Nice little goal from Kaner, but then it was all Rangers after that. They put up 3 unanswered. The Hawks just have that thing where they cannot put a consistent game together, a full 20 minutes. And it's biting them, and there are many times that they're giving away points because of that. Let's go Canucks. Oh, man, how are you feeling about all the coaching change? Is it a relief that they're finally changing all of their management and coaches? Rangers 3, Blackhawks 2, same score. Oh, man. Who do you got scoring the game winner there, Yankee? But yeah, so this team can do so much more. And I'm really excited for Tanner to get on here because, like I said, he has a complete breakdown of the last the 24 games so far this season, because enough. Carlton had 12 games, and then King had 12 games so far, and it is amazing, the night and day difference. We talked about a lot of the things like on a recent episode of the show that you're gonna have to start seeing. I already mentioned it. You need more players producing offensively, but Marc-Andre Fleury is just an absolute beast right now, and he is truly willing this team, trying to get them back into playoff contention. I don't think it's possible, but let's see. 4-1 Rangers coming for a Knights fan. All right. Hopefully you're wrong. All right. If it wasn't for refs questionable decision last game, Rangers would have won with a shutout. All right. Let's see, which are you referring to, the Hagel goal or the Patrick Kane goal? Because it was a good goal. There wasn't much of a screw job there by the refs on that one. That's the one thing that I can kind of see. And then even the DeBrincat goal, yeah, that one I don't recall. I honestly, to be fair, I did not catch that whole game. Do you or Isha drink more alcohol? I'm gonna probably say Isha. I don't drink much. I do have one with me tonight. But yeah, not much of a drinker, so I will give Isha the title on that one. Let's see. No stash today. Nope, that was just for November. I do that every year. I do that every year for November, raising money for men's mental health. It was just getting too ridiculous. Had to shave it. Just you tonight? No, my podcast partner Tanner will be on here. Probably a little bit into the first period. So don't worry, you are not stuck with me the entire time. Sometimes has to drink so much to ignore how bad we are playing. That is extremely fair, and you know what? Definitely have been there. Both goals, especially pile driving the goalie. I mean, come on. I don't know which one was the pile drive. I just remember, like I said, I only can recall the Kane goal with Hagel knocking it down. Didn't see anything wrong with that one, and that's trying not to be as biased as possible. Okay, bet what? I already forgot what I said. That it could have resulted in a bet. All right, so the national anthem is done. Blackhawks are getting ready. Puckshop's getting ready. Let me pull up really quick the Hawks starting lineup tonight. You got Hagel, Taves, Kane, DeBrincat, Strom, Kubalik, Bortram, Reese Johnson, Carpenter, Slavin, Kara, Dahan, Seth Jones, Stillman, Gus, Kalnuk, Mitchell with the Flower in net. Still don't know why Gus is playing, but all right, whatever. Yes, Marc-Andre right now 7-9-0 with a 2.82 goals against average, 913 save percentage, and one shutouts. Let's see. I asked Bob this last night, but who will win tomorrow in Vegas and Stars? Bob says Vegas. I'm going with the Stars. The Stars are they're another team that's hot right now. That I just think that they have or it's all clicking for them right now. That means cool or nice. Okay, appreciate that. That's my old show in there that I have no idea what is being talked about with Lingle. The two Jones probably on the same team is pretty cool. Yeah, it's been really cool seeing them together, especially the first shift when Jones came back from his injury. Caleb Jones, he played with his brother. Unfortunately, he's out tonight due to a non-COVID related illness. But yeah, game's underway and already almost a decent scoring opportunity for the Hawks. Reese Johnson with the shot deflected out of play. I did not see the defenseman. But yeah, so Kirby Dot's out here. And like I said, he may be one of the most snake bitten players in the NHL right now. For those of you who don't follow the Hawks or watch them, unless you watch a lot of hockey, they played the Washington Capitals last week. He had a wide open shot, 2/3 of the net wide open, and he decides to pass to Ryan Strome, who has got two guys covered on him. Now, he is a very much a pass first type of player. He He's not going to be the flashy goal scorer like you get into Brinkett, like you're supposed to get out of Kubalik. When you're thinking about Doc, you got to think more like Jonathan Toews. What he does on this team is more beneficial off the score sheet. Amazing. Oh, and already the Hawks go down 1-0 with a shot. I gotta check this out again to see who put it up. Truba with another shot from the point, and that's another thing too that this Hawks team does. They let up goals very quickly. So hopefully, that's one Flowers got to have just right underneath the blocker. They let up goals pretty quickly. Bad starts. So hopefully that they can bounce back quickly. You already got Panarin laughing at that. He got the assist on there. So there is Panarin's 500th career point. Congratulations to Panarin. Still wish you were on the Blackhawks, but there is no way you would be able to. We would be able to afford you. Not gonna lie, this Hawks team sucks. They really don't. They're they are in a big transition period right now, trying to figure out exactly what they need to be doing out there. Carlton really messed with this team's mojo. There's a lot of rumors, a lot of stories that he really handicapped these guys and made them afraid to make mistakes. So they were going out there playing scared. And because of that, they were making a ton more mistakes. Dang already. LOL. Yep. And cancel the post game show for the shutout. But we'll see what happens. Anybody watching the game, let me know what you think of Mark Andre's face or mask. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I'm so glad he switched from that red one he started the season off with. Yeah, 900 career points against his old club. Yeah, again. Congratulations. He is a great player. It would have been great to see. I would love to see where he would have been at if he played his entire career here. Didn't start out in the K. Trade Flower for a bag of chips and 100K. Man, I think they're going to trade him. I hope they do trade him if they get the right trade offer. But after what Vegas did to him, how dirty they did him this year, and especially what Pittsburgh did to him with the expansion draft, I really hope that if he gets moved again, oh, there we go. And the Hawks answer back with a nice shot from the point, and I believe it was tipped by Gus. The man I did not want to be in the lineup. I don't understand why he's in the lineup. He gets the goal right now. We'll see if it bounced off a defenseman or a Blackhawk. But let's go 1-1. 2 minutes into the game, we got ourselves a hockey game once again. Where can you watch the game online? I think there's a couple different places. I think if you look in the chat, a couple people will give you ideas. It looks like that went off of a Ranger, so that will be a Gus goal. Let's go 1-1 Chicago, all tied up in Chicago. Let's see. Another face-off win from Carpenter. Carpenter has been an amazing pickup. One of the few Stan Bowman moves that I enjoyed. Nice little $1 million contract. I think he's going to get dealt probably at the deadline too. I think a lot of these key guys are going to get moved. Unfortunately, Dahan's another one. A lot of these guys are coming up on their contracts, so they're going to be good rentals for a lot of people. Flowers signed a 1-day contract. You know what? I don't think he goes back to Vegas. I think if anything, it's going to be Pittsburgh. I think Vegas did him so dirty, and he is going to, he's not going to be associated with Vegas. I really don't think. I think that was such a bad move. You're gonna have someone else come on there to talk about the game. Yeah, like I said, my podcast partner will be on here in a little bit. He's going to hustle as soon as he can get on here for us. Pens don't want Flowers. Neither does Vegas. Vegas didn't want Flower either. They literally traded him for a guy that they cut. When's the other person going to come? As soon as he possibly can. He's got something else going on. Front Row Productions, hello all. What's going on, man? Thanks so much for joining. So yeah, we're about 3 minutes into the game. We got 1-1. That was unassisted goal from Gus. So let's see what's going on. Trouba with the puck behind the net, kind of slowing things down just a little bit. You got the Taves line out here. Taves, Kaner, and Hagel. Oh man, this is a scary line. Really hoping Taves finally gets that first goal. He needs it. Hasn't scored in over a year and a half since he didn't play last year at all. Vegas is a good team right now without Flower. I mean, they're not doing bad. I mean, I'm a big Laner fan. I think you made the right decision by keeping Laner. I think how they went about it is what the biggest issue is. Let's go Rangers. All right, front row. I'll give you that. You can have it. But yeah, I just the way Vegas handled that situation, especially after the owner came out and said that he's going to retire there and then proceeds to trade him and he doesn't find out about it till it's on social media. I mean, that's not not the way you handle a living legend in Fleury. Super glad he decided to play this year. It's unfortunate the start that they had. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. I think there's gonna be a lot of guys on the trade block if this team is continuously where they're at. Interim GM Kyle Davidson's got a lot to do to fix Bowman's mistakes that he made, giving some questionable contracts and questionable trades out there. But that was Stan Bowman's MO, and he was a clown. And good riddance, I'll say. Okay, you know what? Sorry about that too, guys. Totally forgot to put that back up. Got so into just talking with you guys and then into the game. I will get this figured out sooner or later. First time doing this one's on my own. But yeah, let's see. So the Rangers some good pressure, puck down low. Panarin's walking in the corner, throws it in front, tipped up by Ian Mitchell. Ian Mitchell, who's getting called up. This is his third game after his stint in Rockford, who even mentioned, he wasn't in the right headspace to be an NHL player. And it's what this team needs to do. They're drafting great young guys, and you just gotta let them develop, and you can't, sell so quickly on them. Who's a Chicago fan? I already know you know who I am. So anybody else in here, or am I running solo right now? Kind of feel like I'm left out to hang here. A lot of Rangers fan, Vegas fans, and all of that. All right, Kubalik comes in, drops it off to Borstrom. Borstrom shoots it just above the net. Rangers pick it up. And again, Dahan whiffs on it. Yeah, Kubalik is out here. He's another player that I really hope gets going. 10 million Chicago back to differ. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. They're not winning right now. Who is going to? This is a very bandwagon team. Very bandwagon fandom in Chicago, unfortunately. The drink is shame. You had to drink because you said you were a Chicago fan. Yeah, you know what? All right, I'll give that one to you. I'll drink again for you. Boom. All right, so we go on our first commercial break here of the game. It's a lot of, still feeling out process. These teams know what they have. They've just played each other 3 days ago. Jake, I respect you. Have been a Hawks fan for a long time. Yeah, I have been a Hawks fan my entire life. Early, I remember going to the games in the early 90s when there was less than 5,000 people in the United Center, or at the time Chicago Stadium too. I was even at Chicago Stadium. That's how old I am. But we would always buy tickets up at the 300 level at the very top, and because there was no one there, drop all the way down to the glass by the end of the game. And what's even crazier is I used to have to listen to all home games on the radio. I had a little radio that I would set up in my room, and I would literally sit there like it is the 1950s and listen to the games because Rocky Wirtz's dad, Bill Wirtz, the former owner of the Blackhawks, blacked out the games at home. He said that if the home fans wanted to watch them, they could come and pay pay to watch them live. And he says that and proceeds to talk about to not put a good team on the ice. So they were not competitive. They weren't having fans showing up there. It got to a point that people didn't know there was a hockey team in Chicago for a long time. Host, are you in the Chicagoland? Yes, I am just in the like south suburbs of Chicago. And the mall in Schaumburg. Okay, yeah, yeah, the big mall up there. Yeah, I'm on the south side, just about 30 minutes south of the city. So get to quite a few games myself. Actually gonna be going there in a couple weeks, watching the Florida Panthers. Originally bought the tickets because CQ back in the United Center, but you know how that went. Are you 23? You look 23. I appreciate that. I am 30. All right, so the pot's going, game's on. All right. Yeah, sloppy hockey right now. Nobody is really connecting. Oh, Carpenter with a nice little toss on net. But Ryan Reeves is breaking it out. Ranger fans, how is Ryan Reeves doing for you guys? I know you guys kind of picked him up as a response for Tom Wilson, and nothing really happened from that. Is worth the trade? Is he doing what you guys were hoping? Let's see. Tays out here. Puck drop. A rare face-off loss for Jonathan Tays, and the Rangers cleared out again. So yeah, it's right now you got a lot of feeling out time from this team, and you got another whistle. Oh man, this is gonna be, I think, one of those long games. You're gonna have a lot of whistles, a lot of icings, a lot of goalie stoppage. So hopefully we get this going. A weird 7:30 game. Not sure why they're starting these ones so late. You seem younger by Anisha by a lot. I appreciate that. Try to have a little bit of energy here. Usually Dillon are still my favorites though. Yeah, they're great. They do amazing work. So grateful for those two giving the opportunity to take my podcast to the next level by joining this network here. It's been an absolute blast the first 8 months or so that we've been a part of it. Let's see. If you lived in Chicago, I'd say North Beach or Wrigleyville, North Side all day. See, funny enough, even though I grew up on the South Side, I'm a Chicago Cubs fan. North Side, baby. You're right. It's all about the North Side, the Cubby Blue, Cubby Way. Let's go. My podcast partner Tanner, who will be jumping on here hopefully soon. He's actually North Side Chicago too. He's near the Evanston area. Let's see. All right, here we go. I'm gonna make front row page mad by saying this, but Knights are greater than Caps. As long as Ovi is playing for the Capitals, I'm a Capitals fan. I cannot wait for him to break Gretzky, and at this rate, 3 years. It's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, here we go. I looked down for a second, and the Hawks score again. Cameras on Doc. Tell me that was Doc. The kid needs it more than anything. Yep, I think it was Doc. He's fist pumping. Let's go. All right, face-off draw. Strome over to Brincy Cat. Brincy Cat just throws on net, and Doc just puts away the garbage goal. It doesn't matter how you get it, but how many you get, and hopefully this is going to be the start for this kid. This kid has been so snake bitten, has not been able to put the puck on net. I don't know if it was just a total mental thing for him. But yeah, let's see. Do people take COVID seriously in Chicago? It's hit or miss. I mean, you got some areas. It really depends on the area. You got a very big liberal side, especially in Chicago. Um, but in the suburbs, especially my area, they have the restrictions, and a lot of people are not taking it too seriously. It's always got to carry a mask on you because you don't know who's enforcing what. We went to the last World Series in Wrigleyville, paid $3,000 a seat. Holy crap! Good for you. I'm super jealous. I did not go to one of those games. Chose to stay at home and watch it with my dad and my brother, who were the only three Cubs fans in my entire family. Nobody cares about COVID. Yeah, I mean, yeah. 3K for you is about 10K for me. You make a lot of money. 77. That's right, Joe. Big Kirby Doc on the board. Let's go. All right. Hawks have been kind of all over the Rangers now since this goal. They can't seem to get the puck out of the zone. Oh, another opportunity here in front. Oh man, that just is like might hockey right there. And just right into the 6 hole for another whistle. Stillman, good to see him back playing again. But yeah, so we're about 10 minutes into the first period. Hawks are up 2-1. Shots on goal look like it's where is it at here? Statistics, maybe, right? Yeah, that's about right. 9 shots on goal for New York, 5 for the Blackhawks. Are you conservative? We shouldn't say around COVID. I am so far away from politics that I just don't care. I just want people to do the right thing and don't be crappy. Enjoy, be good to others, and you know what? Don't make a big deal out of stuff. Just do what you got to do. Um, that's all. Secret, I think I want the Hawks to win. Thank you, front row. I really appreciate it. I don't see with double mask on like Fuchita. To do. Oh man, one mask is tough enough for me to breathe. But yeah, so I will say I'm fully vaccinated, booster and all. All right. I will I'm gonna steer this away from COVID talk. Let's not get this political. Let's talk hockey. Let's enjoy this. All right. So Hawks working the puck in the zone. You got the Rangers just picking it up going. Yeah, the Rangers just seem to be, not doing much right now. Very flat-footed. They got that first goal. Think it was, Fleury just getting going. All right, Seth Jones walking in, brings it back over to Kirby Doc. Kirby Doc, I would love to see him just get his first opportunity to just shoot again. Yeah, puck just bounces over Seth Jones' stick. Rangers pick it up. Sorry, I wish I knew the better about the Rangers teams and numbers and all that kind of stuff, so I can't say too many names. Hey man, don't be horrible. Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't not at all. It's what's going on in the world right now. It's on everybody's mind, and it's a very interesting situation. And it's tough to go through what we've gone through the last year and a half. So it's understandable. Don't worry about it at all. Greetings from Washington, D.C. # all caps. All right, man. How fast does Ovi break Gretzky? And does he keep going after he breaks it? Or does he just end it right there after he gets that last goal? I pray Vegas made so I can hop on here and do this. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what Vegas ends up doing. I know they're kind of flirting right now with the wild card spot. It's going to be super interesting to see what happens when Eichel gets back. I mean, are they going to hold him off the lineup until playoffs? Or are they going to pull a little bit of a Tampa Bay Kucherov situation and go 18 million over the salary cap? Because if Eichel comes back with Stone and Patches, like, you're gonna have to make a move. You're gonna have to move one of those contracts to get in that $10 million that Eichel has. So yeah, if you have a plan or think what they might be doing, please let me know. My final score prediction is 5-3, or Hawks 5, Rangers 3. Let's go. Hopefully we'll say it's 5-1. I would much prefer that situation. Jack will go crazy. I think Jack is going to be excited to be out of Buffalo and to be able to play competitive hockey. I'm 99% sure I'm right here, but he's never been in the playoffs. So he is finally having the opportunity to showcase what he does. I feel so bad for him though too, that Buffalo, really dragged their feet on the opportunity to let him have that surgery so he can possibly play in the Olympics. I know he is a big USA hockey guy, so he's definitely got to be a little ticked off too that he did not going to have the opportunity to go represent Team USA. I have to go, but I will be back in 10 minutes. Great. Look forward to seeing you coming back here. Ovi is a god here in the swamp. I absolutely love Ovi. I have been team Ovi the entire time. When the debate was Ovi or Crosby, man, Ovi all day, every day. Did you see the stats about, the current active top goal scorers and how many hits they've thrown? Absolutely banana lands. If you haven't, I will try and find that again really quick for you and bring it up so everybody got to be on the page with what was said there. Ovi will not beat the GOAT in any stats. Yeah, he's going to beat them in goals. It's not even a question if, it's a matter of when. Matthews just scored in 7 straight now. He's third in goals in NHL, catching up. Let's go, Austin Matthews. Again, another fantasy player for me. Big Austin Matthews guy. My Eastern Conference team is the Toronto Maple Leafs. No, Isha absolutely loves that. And I just love misery, apparently, because I had the Hawks for 49 years, no Stanley Cup wins. Haven't seen anything for Toronto. Haven't won a playoff series since what was it, 06? Yikes. Yeah, show everyone. I mean, he's going to. It's theoretically impossible, I think, for anybody to catch up in assists and points. It's just absolutely banana lands. The style of game played back in the 80s, in Gretzky's prime, it just made it way too easy. At least our regular season team, they 100% are. And I will not bet them to win anything until they prove me wrong. And they have to do something in the playoffs. I mean, Jesus, just get over the first round and I'll have a little bit more confidence in you. It's too good of a team, and I just don't understand why they cannot get past that first round, like why they struggle so much. And even not the first round, the qualifying round back in the bubble days. But all right, back to a little bit of action. Trouba's passes the puck up, breaking in, and again, it gets thrown in. Fleury plays the puck behind the net over to Gus. Little tie up in the corner. You got Stillman picking up the puck, wrapping it around. Kubalik goes and just chips it out. Rangers have to regroup. This has been kind of the story of the game, just kind of dump and chase and just try to see what is going on. At least making it past the first round is like winning a cup for them. It's going to really be the case. And another thing too with them is they're going to have to pray that they get first place in that division, because I'm pulling up the standings right now. Florida is a wagon. Florida is so damn good, and they are my underdog pick for the Stanley Cup this year. The Leafs are like the Capitals, can't get past round 2. Yeah, they're not. They cannot get past round 2. They can't. Capitals couldn't get past Pittsburgh, and the only difference is with the Leafs is it doesn't matter what team you plug in there. It's same results every year. For a while it was Boston, but now it was now just a little bit anybody who is going there. And you know what? I am going to finally get a little bit of a break. I'm about to bring in Tanner into the stream. So here we go.
Hey, what up?
Hey, Tanner, what's up, bud?
Nothing.
Welcome to our first watch along for the Chicago Blackhawks this year. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited. This is
all right.
I got home as fast as I could, and I was listening to the game, and I was I heard I pulled it into the garage right as they said Doc scored. I'm hoping that stays true. I don't know.
Yeah, it was DeBrincat tossed the puck on net. It got kind of knocked down in front before it gets to the net, and Doc just puts it away, and it doesn't matter how it went in. He finally gets a goal, and
that's right.
All that matters.
That's good stuff.
Oh my God, a second Hawks fan. Yes, we have a second Hawks fan here. He is the stat guy on the Windy City Benders podcast.
Oh yeah,
Tanner, another host. Hello, Tanner.
Oh, what's up? What's up, everybody?
You can see all the comments I pull up, right?
I think so. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how this works.
Yeah, it's a little learning curve here.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got Rangers again breaking out the puck. Panarin with it, chips it in, or not Panarin. Sorry, dude, I cannot see these numbers.
Did you see? It was Panarin's 500th point already in the NHL.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, so 500 career points for Panarin on that first assist. So the big question, the other storyline I had, that was one of my storylines going in. The second one is, will Flower get the 500th career win today?
Oh, I think so. Man, he's been insane.
And I kind of hyped up. You have a bunch of stats.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of really shows the night and day difference between the first 12 games of the season and the second 12. So
it's I mean, it's absolutely hilarious. Some of the stats too.
Stats guy.
Because it was like it would, yeah. I mean, 12 for Colleton, 12 for Derek King, and even though Derek King is 8-4, the team's actually scoring less goals per game. But they're letting in far less goals per game, which is great. It was kind of funny. But I mean, the team is generally just playing better.
Nah, Flower won't get the 500th win today.
I don't believe that.
He's that guy there is Jacob is a Knights fan.
Oh,
so
cool. Welcome to the NHL. Welcome to your 4th season.
He also has said that he thinks Flower is going to sign a 1-day contract with Vegas so he can retire.
In Vegas? Why Vegas?
Yeah, that's right. I think it's going to be Pittsburgh. If anything.
I was waiting for you to finish that statement and say Pittsburgh, but
no, yeah, I think it's going to be Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he went to the finals 4 times in Pittsburgh. He got drafted by Pittsburgh. At the beginning of the season, I definitely wasn't sure if Fleury was going to get his 500th win with the way they were playing.
Oh yeah, we originally thought it was going to come a lot sooner, but clearly, the terrible start in October.
The light is so bright behind me. Hold on.
All right, so we are in a commercial break. Let's go. Anybody else in here watching and wants to throw in a little prediction on today's matchup here, or you know what else is going on? What other games are you guys watching besides Hawks Rangers? There's quite a few going on right now. I believe you got Columbus, Toronto just spanking Columbus right now. Holy crap! Should not have played Elvis against you, Tanner.
That's why I got Jack Campbell, baby.
Montreal's up 2-1 on Tampa. Ottawa is trailing 4-1 to New York Islanders. New York Islanders finally going to get a win.
It's possible. It's very possible. I mean, I wouldn't agree with that, but what is it? They're 8-4 since, like I said, they're 8-4 since King took over, which is playing much better defensive hockey, struggling to score but getting wins. They haven't gotten or Fleury hasn't even let up a goal in the shootout yet. It's pretty great.
Yeah, perfect in the shootout, which is a
they're 5-0 when it gets to overtime with Derek King.
It's a huge change of pace having Lehner, who just straight up says I hate shootouts and gives up on them.
Gives up. I think he's putting it easy. I think he tried enough and then was just like, I can't do it, and now he takes his ball and goes home.
All right, Joe, that's what we want to hear. Appreciate the support. Let's go. 500 wins for Fleury. Let's go.
I heard that on the radio. Was it true Kubalik won the faceoff that led to the first goal
for
the Hawks?
The Hawks. I don't recall. Honestly, the 2 times I've looked down,
it was when they scored.
Yeah, they've scored.
That's hilarious.
So I'm debating not even watching the rest of the game and just focusing on my computer screen here.
Yeah, might as well.
Oh man, Derek King is not wearing his fancy suit, so who knows what this is gonna happen. I like history makers, even though I'm a Caps fan. Hey, who doesn't like seeing hockey history? Like, you got at the end of the day, you got to be a fan of the game and seeing milestones being reached, records being broken. It's good for the game, and it's what's going to grow the game here.
And 500 wins in 900 games played. It's not too bad.
Do you think he's going to try to play a little bit longer, or do you think this is it for him this year?
I don't know. I honestly, with how well he's playing, I can see him wanting to keep going. But it would be the same situation where during the offseason this year, it was like, I'm either playing here or I'm playing in Pittsburgh, and that's it. So maybe it's like now it's I'm either playing here, I'm either playing in Vegas, or I'm playing in Pittsburgh, and that's it. Like, I don't see him going and signing like a 1-year contract for like, I don't know, like not Seattle, but like Vancouver or Edmonton or some shit.
Yeah, he's not. He's a big family guy. He part of the issue with getting traded to Chicago, blindsided like that. Sorry, was he didn't want to. He didn't want to just move his family again. He was comfortable in Vegas. He was comfortable in Pittsburgh, and so I think that was a big blindside. And I think if they decide to move him this year at the trade deadline, again, I hope it is one of those situations where they reach out to him and say, "Hey, these are the offers. Here's where you can go. Which one do you prefer?" They have the blueprint of how not to handle a Flower trade. So hopefully, they
don't.
follow it.
I mean, it's crazy to me that he was basically given up twice for nothing.
For nothing. Yeah, I just
it doesn't make sense. He was packaged with a first rounder in the expansion draft, and then he was just given up for Michael Hakkarainen to us, and it's just crazy.
Oh, here's a good question from Josh. Who is the bigger legacy, Flower or King Hank?
I don't know.
I think you got to go Flower. I mean, Flower's got the cups.
But the problem with it is, like, Flower won the one cup on his own, and then Murray won the other two, which is kind of weird. Like, nobody replaced Lundqvist. Like, he was the cornerstone of that franchise for so long.
Yeah, and just now these two guys that they have, and I'll let you say their names.
Chesterkin and Georgiev.
Yeah, I mean that once those guys were developed into like, hey, these are options to take over. That was the first time you ever heard of anything about him leaving New York and not being the guy anymore.
Yeah. I mean, after the bubble playoffs, he just I don't know, the team wasn't good enough, and it wasn't he wasn't good enough to carry the team anymore either. So that's when they luckily got Lafreniere in the draft that year too. But it was kind of like it's a new face to the franchise, especially when you have Panarin coming in that year too. It's kind of like the turnover, but I think he was a bigger face to that franchise than Fleury was, because Fleury was just kind of overlooked a little bit, being with Crosby and Malkin.
Yeah, that's very fair. Here we go. Here's another question. What do you all think of Patrick Kane this year?
Solid still.
Kaner doing Kaner things, man. He, as I mentioned in the little pregame show here, he's 21 points, 7 goals, 14 assists. He's second on the team in points, right behind Seth Jones.
Yeah, he's second on the team in points, second on the team in goals behind DeBrincat, and then second on the team in assists. It's really weird to not have Kaner be the leader and everything.
The guy.
Yeah.
And Kane, we talk about this on our show a lot. It's it's insane that at the age and the time frame in his career, when everybody starts declining a little bit, his numbers just keep going up.
Yeah.
He legitimately could be a guy that plays deep into his 40s. I really honestly think that if he
with the style of play that he has too. Yeah.
He's not a physical guy. He doesn't put himself in bad situations. A nice little takeaway by Borgstrom and Reese Johnson, almost with a nice little tapping goal there. Borgstrom's been playing really good lately. I like this right now. The Hawks are doing a lot of just getting pucks on net and just trying to make something happen that way. They've been getting too pretty a little bit this year, and they're trying to force that extra pass to make things sexy. I don't know if that's the right word.
I part of the problem too is there's a few key guys that are snake bitten and unable to actually score. So that's why I think they're you do it. you put it in. I can't do it.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, the Kirby Doc play in Washington. He has clear shot and he forces the pass. Now, hopefully because of that, now that he gets that first goal, it wasn't a pretty goal, but hopefully that's enough to kind of be hey, shoot the puck. Let's do this.
Yeah. The fact that
30 seconds too in the period.
Oh, you're okay. You're at 30 seconds.
What are you at?
I'm end of period.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna go based off of mine, just because I got the control here.
That's fine. It's like just a spoiler. Period ends 1-1.
2-1.
2-1. Yeah, that's right. My bad. I forgot that the Doc scored already.
All right, so I'm gonna stop looking so intensely like something's gonna happen here.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, okay, that's how it went in.
All right, so that's the end of the first period. Hawks are up 2-1. We're gonna take a quick break, get a word from our sponsors at DraftKings. All right, we're back again. DraftKings is the official sponsor of the Hockey Podcast Network. Make sure to use the promo code THPN for exclusive offers. And especially, if you're in a state that has sportsbook, perfect. Let's go with that. If you don't have it, it works for your daily fantasy as well. Another quick little shout out I want to do. We're coming on the end of the year here, and the Hockey Podcast Network is really trying to get this YouTube growing. And currently we're sitting at 523 subscribers. Let's see what we can do to get this up to 600 by the end of the year. We got a couple weeks left in 2021. Let's start off 2022 with 600 subscribers. What do you guys say? Let's go. Tell your friends, if you love hockey, this is where you need to be. Watchalongs like this almost every night, sometimes twice a night. You have amazing podcasts on this network with a lot of guys that know their stuff about their teams and about this league and this sport. So definitely check us out. Check everybody out on the Hockey Podcast Network. And yeah, if you like podcasts, you got 90 plus podcasts to choose from.
Oof.
Let's see here. Let's go through and look for some awesome comments here. Josh, drop us like and a sub for these beauties. Really appreciate it, Josh. Let's get those subs up. Joe, they don't shoot enough. Yeah, they don't shoot enough, and that's a huge problem. And actually, I have something here too. I'm glad you brought that up. And I know we were talking about it, and I don't know why I didn't think about it earlier. But so in the Derek King era so far, here's how the shots break down for each by period. They've had 114 shots in the first, 98 in the second, 106 in the third, and 7 in OT. Now looking at shots against, 109 in the first, 131 in the second, and 117 allowed in the third, and 6 in overtime. And it just seems like the theme is that this team, they don't put up a full 60 minutes, and especially the second period for some reason is their real Achilles heel of this team right now. Like, what do you think? I mean, why do you even think that it's even a possible thing? Like, I
don't know. It's just something that they've gotten used to doing. I feel like it happens too much where, well, either they don't start the game hot and like that's just put them in a hole, or they start well and then either stay tied or get a lead and then end up like relaxing too much too soon. And it's really weird instead of just like keeping the intensity up. But things like that have changed over the last like couple of weeks with Derek King behind the bench, which is pretty nice. You still see flashes of it every once in a while though, where they just like are unable to put anything together and it just looks like minor league hockey. And it's the weirdest thing when it happens when they can't start like snapping passes back and forth to each other or can't break the puck out. That's one of the biggest things too on the power play is when they do the push and back entry and just can't get it going.
Oh God, don't even get me started on the push and back entry. I don't understand. Like if you follow us on social, you saw me post a rant about it on our podcast or one of our podcast episodes. I don't understand why that is a thing that is so widely used in this league. Like it just makes no sense. Like the amount of times too, like Seth, like there's been times where they try to push him back, doesn't work. Then Seth Jones or Patrick Kane just takes it up and skates it in, sets it up. Boom, perfect. You got your formation right there. Like just skate it in. I prefer the dump and chase at this point. Like anything better than the push him back.
Yeah, it's such an odd thing, especially when like opposing teams float forward and just let the guy like Seth Jones take it out of the like defensive zone and just like let him pass, knowing that he's going to do the push and back, and then they still try and force it, which is just weird to me.
Yeah, it's extremely frustrating.
I don't really like set plays. Hey, what's up? I don't really like the like set plays, like do this. Like you got to have like the options to like just break out of it. It's weird. Also like with Derek King, for some reason their power play and their penalty kill has actually gotten worse than when Colleton was coaching them. But we're winning games, so I don't care. Like letting up less goals against per game. They were it was with Colleton, they were 31st in the league in goals against per game, and then in the 12 games with Derek King, they're 6th in the league in that time frame. It's pretty great.
Yeah, it's just an insane night and day difference, and I think Derek King is really making his case to be considered for the full-time job next year. I mean,
yeah, as long as like I don't know, somebody named Barry Trotz doesn't end up getting canned.
I personally don't think he is the true option for this position going forward. I very much get the feeling from him that he is the hey, I'm here filling in until they can figure out what they want to do. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to help out. It's awesome getting, this NHL recognition, all that kind of stuff. But as soon as this goes down, I guarantee I get totally see him just dropping right back down to Rockford. I think he stays in the organization.
Oh yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know what to tell with like Kyle Davidson also being the new like interim GM. I don't know if he's technically interim.
Yeah, he's the interim GM. He had a great comment too, like when he first was on the Blackhawks podcast, kind of talking, like introducing himself and all that kind of stuff. And he had a great, I don't know if it was the podcast or it was the press conference, but he had a great line where he's like, I'm here to help this team do whatever they need to do, when it comes for their, GM search and all that. But he goes, but you can guarantee that I'm going to make it very difficult for them not to consider me. And I kind of really like that.
Yeah, that's good. I like that mentality.
And he is the exact opposite of Bowman. He very much focus is on the analytics side of things. He seems like he's trying to make the smart move, not the move that you think you have to make, where Bowman seemed to make moves based on needing it. Like
a lot of his moves were also like, well, it worked before, so let's bring him back.
Right. Yeah. The return of former Cup players and all that kind of stuff. Like it didn't work, and it was time for a move. And if you know me, I've been saying that for 5 years. He needs to be gone. So it was, for me personally, it was 5 years too late that they got rid of him. All right, we're going back to this one. Tanner, tell a little bit about yourself. Introduce yourself. What's your dating profile look like if you were making one right now?
My dating profile says married. I don't know, man. I'm basically living in Chicago waiting to move right now. Like I played hockey growing up from like 5 all the way like through college, and then started working in restaurants, like kind of fancy restaurants, where I became a bartender. And so like I haven't really been able to play hockey because of like working nights. All that stopped during the pandemic, which was wow, cool, fun. Didn't have to do it anymore. Got back to it, and then it sucked. And so now, yeah, I know. I read that. It's kind of funny. I don't know what to tell you, man. But yeah, now my buddy that I used to bartend with opened up his own pizza place. So I'm just helping him and making pizzas right now, which is pretty fun. until I move to the Southwest in January, which is pretty great.
Are you going to be pledging your allegiance to the Arizona Coyotes as long as they're there?
No, no, man. So Albuquerque is going to be like equidistant to Denver and Phoenix.
Oh, don't tell me you're going to be a Colorado fan.
No, I'm going to be a Hawk. What are you talking about? I'm going to be a Hawks fan.
Just making sure. Jesus.
Yeah, man. So I'm excited. It's going to be really fun to like plan road trips to going. Love you too, man.
Yeah,
planning road trips to going to like Colorado games and Phoenix, Arizona games. As long as they're still in Phoenix, if they get moved to Houston, like great. It's still around me. I'm on the north side. I live up in Edgewater. The Hollywood Beach is literally my backyard of my building. Not my actual backyard. Spets is out for 6 games. Was that part? Did he get hurt in the whole
No, he got suspended
game? Oh wait, he got
yeah, because he had
for 6. Oh, I took that as like he got hurt.
No, he had that in-person hearing for Neen.
Because he took Pionk. Neil Pionk. I was gonna say like, who do you think
the score is 2-1 Blackhawks as of right now, as at the end of the first?
Who do you think won that trade? Between Winnipeg and the Rangers with Pionk for Trouba.
Sorry, one more time.
So who won the trade between Winnipeg and the Rangers with the 1-for-1 Pionk for Trouba?
It's almost like a push at this point.
I think it's a pretty even trade. I think it's a pretty good trade. Like Trouba wanted out of Winnipeg and they made it up for. Oh, that's the first goal. Okay, wow. That puck had eyes, man. Yes, I'm married.
No kids.
Any kids? Not yet.
The world is not ready for mini Tanners just yet.
We'll see what happens. Oh my God! All right, so the Islanders are winning 5-3 now. They were up 4-1 last time I checked. Yeah, exactly. Albuquerque is the home of Walter White, aka Derek King.
Yeah.
I was telling my wife, I was like, man, if anything, like at least I know how to make meth somewhere, apparently. Like I can figure it out. I know there's a market for it.
How did me and Tanner meet? Some mutual friends. When Tanner was playing college hockey, he was on a team with a couple. Well, actually, one buddy. We got one buddy who's kind of been like the glue, kind of that introduced everybody. So yeah, they play together, do house parties at the one buddy's house, and I show up one time and Tanner's there, and boom, friends.
Yeah, friends.
Oh, pretty much it.
And then he invited me to his lake house with like our other friends, and I was like, yeah, this sounds like a great idea. Let's get hammered the entire weekend. I'm all about it.
And it has been amazing ever since. The last time I'm trying to do that golf in that one weekend. Oh, that was a horrible idea.
If you need an approach shot from anybody. Just call me. Anything else, I am terrible at golf.
The funny thing too is way before, I don't know, probably three years. How between your senior year and you playing college, how many years was that?
Like 3 years probably.
So funny enough is Tanner's dad used to videotape all his team's games and like would put these like highlight reels at the end of the season and give them out. And there is one video where Tanner's in net and you just see me just kind of cutting across the net. And that was it. That was probably my one shift that game. But
it was the first time we almost met.
Yeah, the first time we almost kind of technically met, but it was very funny. 5-3 Columbus Blue Jackets scored. All right.
I wish they would stop scoring because I have Jack Campbell on my fantasy team. You know what's upsetting? When players get ruled out right before the game starts. Like I can't replace anybody.
Yeah, you can't make any changes. It is definitely frustrating.
Like UC Saros. I was like out and I was just like, oh, okay, like he's out, but I was like, the game's starting. Like, why did I just get this update? Like I would have picked somebody up, but whatever. Thanks.
There was one point this year where I was getting notifications about players being out 30 minutes after the game started.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on? Anybody else here play fantasy hockey that just absolutely gets infuriated by this stuff? Let's see. 5 for us. Are you Andrew, what team are you a fan of?
What's happening here?
Let's see. Front row production used to live on a golf course, but never played once. See, I just started playing this past year, and I've invested way too much money and time into it, and I'm horrible. So if you ever want to play, don't let the fact that you might be bad stop you, because it hasn't stopped me yet. Still dropping thousands of dollars in new gear, because you know what? It's never my fault. It's the equipment's fault.
That's right. That's what, like, when you take a shot on the ice and it goes pretty wide, and everybody's first reaction is to look at their stick like something happened.
Yep.
It's like whenever I was playing, I also was a goalie growing up. So like whenever I was in net, if I missed a glove save, just like there must be a hole in this thing.
Do you know what the repetition of Chicagoans is in Canada? No, we do not.
I mean, it's probably bad. I
it's
don't
probably
want to be. That's why I can't wait to move, man. I'm tired of living here.
Chicago is not the greatest place. I will not argue that at all.
I would say like it was nice.
What's up, Isha?
Like pre-pandemic, but I mean, a lot of things came to light during the whole pandemic and all of like protests and everything, and it's just, I don't know, not as nice, but I get it. It's just also you don't feel super safe all the time anymore.
Yeah, it used to be the point, like when you're in the heart of Chicago, you were fine. You were totally fine. There was nothing to be worried about, and everything is coming to the loop and right to the heart of the city. So it's very tough to do anything in Chicago, because you always have that little uneasy feeling of something's going on, gonna happen. Andrew, the Leafs, yeah, awesome. Eastern Conference team for me is the Leafs. Talked about it earlier. I love misery, so
I love the Leafs. I like root for them so hard ever since they had like Phil Kessel and they were like terrible. And I still think that they're an amazing team, but I also think it's absolutely hilarious that they cannot get out of the first round.
Yeah.
And I think I was probably one of the few people, like when NHL does their like playoff bracket, I was one of the few people that took Montreal in 7. I think that's a guarantee until Toronto can prove anybody wrong. I think you always take whoever they're playing in the first round in 7 games.
100%. Let's see. Love the Xmas setup. Thank you. Big Christmas guy over here. So
well, how many times have you watched The Christmas Story already?
0. You do not watch it until
twice.
24-hour marathon starts.
First of all, it was on TNT already.
Doesn't matter. Until it's a 24-hour marathon, you do not watch it.
Yeah, well, that's your rules, not mine. I already watched it twice.
That's life rules.
I watched it today, actually.
I've watched Christmas Vacation about 1 million times. I throw that on every time when I go to pass out at night. Let's see really quick. The equipment. Yeah, it's the equipment's fault. It's never us. Let's see. Tanner, where are you moving to? Albuquerque.
Yeah, Albuquerque. Albuquerque. It's where my mom lives. Not from there at all. It just ended up being a place that my grandma moved to when my grandpa passed away. And then when she passed away, she gave her house to my mom. And they were originally going to sell it. And then she ended up just moving there. And then we just wanted to leave Chicago. But when we're starting a family, we want to have family nearby. So Albuquerque was kind of like a good choice, especially with how naturey it is. If anybody has ever been to Albuquerque, I'm sure like you can tell like how cool it kind of is with like the culture there too. And everybody, I don't know if you haven't been, it's pretty nice. Like Santa Fe is not far either. You would assume it's more desert. It's pretty desert, but there's mountains, and in the mountains there's like tons of vegetation, and like you get like forests too, which is really cool.
All right, second period is a go. The Hawks rolling with their fourth line to kick things off. I mean, I love the confidence King's got in this fourth line here.
Yeah, didn't he start the game with the fourth line?
I believe so, yeah.
I was listening on the radio, and it was saying something that like Reese Johnson. Oh, it was Reese Johnson on the third line now. But he was like, yeah, Reese Johnson with a shot right off the bat. And I was like, oh, okay.
Beer Sports Whatever podcast. Subscribe last week. Love the channel. You guys are new. Yeah, this is technically our first watch along going. I mentioned I did one earlier with the Watchalong legend Neil when the Hawks played New Jersey earlier on in the season.
Oh my God, with that Jack Hughes Sally in
Exactly
overtime.
what I said when I brought that up earlier. The toss the stick. Oh, so awesome.
It's like the greatest thing because didn't Trevor Zegras do it as well?
Yep.
Like a few weeks ago.
These equipment managers have to be furious about that because it's hard for them to get equipment now, and they just
I don't think they care at all. Islanders win. Just so you
Islanders
know.
win. All right.
11 game skid broken.
Toronto just won 5-4.
5-4?
Yep.
What happened, man? Come
House style
on.
of bed and breakfast. Yeah, for like $25 a night or something, for like one night or something like that.
Is it really? I went there. Yeah, I live pretty close. So we went there last year because we were going to check out like Christmas lights. I didn't know that it was F the Leafs. Jealous.
Niche, yeah. Not a lot of Leafs fans in the I hate that you're like ahead of me.
I mean, that's your fault. I got cable, baby. It came with the apartment. Sorry, I was like, I get distracted easily when good offensive plays are coming down.
Story quote: "You'll shoot your eye out, kid." Ho ho ho. Yeah, I do. So this is how much of a Christmas story nerd I am. I do 25 days of a Christmas quotes leading up to Doc, and almost had a nice little pretty tap angle to Strome there, just hits the side of the net.
That's right.
So that's the thing too. It's just bad puck luck for the Hawks. I feel like a lot, and especially
unless you're DeBrincat, Hagel, or Kane or Jones, Seth Jones.
Yeah. All right, I gotta really catch up with all these comments here. I've been getting distracted, getting into deep conversations about going. Also, can you please tell Dylan to be on stream too? You know, I'm sure Dylan will be on very soon. Him, Ish, they all do amazing jobs when they hop on here.
How do you like the fact that Fleury's keeping the native heritage helmet going?
Absolutely love it.
I think it's the best.
It's so such much better.
It's sweet helmet, dude.
The so much better than the red one that they had.
Oh yeah,
originally for him, which I still can't get over the fact the artist for it was like, well, I couldn't do much because, you know.
Well, I think that maybe it's taken out of context or like worded just a little poorly. I don't think they're just like, I wish I would have done more if I could have been a little bit more racist. Like, I don't think that's anybody's intention of saying something, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%. One of the best buckets in NHL history. Yeah, I really think it's up there. Like, it's so simple, but it's like the simple details that they put in there. It's absolutely perfect.
I got an update earlier that was saying I gotta watch something real quick, but it's apparently Trevor Zegras had an insane assist to Sonny Milano in the game currently of Ducks vs Sabres. Let's see what's going on. I feel like I can't react to like anything that's going on. So
I mean, do it. Yeah, it's not.
Oh no,
it's never perfect.
Let's see. Are you kidding me? Yo, check out.
Rangers are on the power play right now.
I swear, has anybody looked at this highlight? Go check out the highlight. Zegras to Sonny Milano. It's insane. Trevor Zegras is a madman.
He's definitely, Calder conversation for sure.
He's having fun out there. He's having a lot of fun out there. Are you kidding me?
Sick.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And I look up. Of course, just like on Saturday. Well, hey, are you there yet? What happened to your camera, sir? Well, it looks like it's
a little bit of technical difficulties.
There we go.
Switch my cameras up. Sorry about that, guys.
You're good. I just thought you were gone. I was like, all right, what's up, everybody? Have you gotten to the point where Panarin has scored yet?
Yep, just got
okay.
The bread man, 501.
He's so good. I'm not mad. I understand we couldn't keep him, but imagine if we could. Imagine if the salary cap was way more.
Tanner, your thoughts on Flowers so far?
I mean, are we talking full season? We talking under Colleton, under King? Because full season he's been good. Under Colleton, he was trash. His save percentage was what did I say it was earlier in our chat. It was .882 and had like over 4 goals against average. Ever since he's been playing, ever since Derek King came on, he's had above a 9.4 or like a 94% save percentage, which is just insane, and below 2 goals against average. He's been just willing them into like winning games and just been playing so amazingly. Part of the reason at the beginning of the season, I think he was getting a lot of bad puck luck. There's a lot of like terrible bounces and then now he's getting every post imaginable, which is pretty great. I think he needs to keep rubbing the posts.
That Washington game, like I said, I thought he was going to take the paint off the net. The amount of times he was giving the thank you pats to the post.
I love that when the game ended, he went towards the bench, turned back around, and rubbed the post. Zegras is looking out. Yeah, I'm sure, man. He's amazing. He's the future of USA hockey.
Keep forgetting that he was in Chicago. Breadman is so good. Yeah, he is so good, and it is so sad.
Never forget, he won the Calder over an injured Connor McDavid.
To a lot of people's like displeasure because of his age and the fact that he's played professional hockey, kind of like the same situation last year.
Whatever, man. I don't care. He's so good.
Hey, the rules are rules, man. It doesn't matter.
Rules are rules. I think the funniest rule is the fact that Kaapo Kakkonen is still available to be a Calder eligible goalie when he was Calder eligible last year. And was he nominated? Maybe.
No, yeah, he was nominated.
He was nominated. Yeah, if he was playing well enough this year, he could have been nominated again.
Kaprizov is Breadman 2.0. I still, I know I kind of like got to eat my words a little bit what I said in the prediction video earlier this year about him and in Minnesota in general, but I still think it was a fair assumption that they were banking a lot on him from a very small sample size, and I think I think he is the real deal. But I mean, it was a very fair assumption because he was playing in a weak division last year where you're only playing the same teams over and over again. It was kind of hard to really judge what he was going to do when you're facing the rest of the league, and he's shutting a lot of people up, I think.
Oh yeah, the Hawks haven't even played Minnesota yet, so I'm excited.
Oh yeah, he was baby Capo.
Yeah, I think it's just it'd be really funny if Kakkonen ended up getting in the Calder votes again this year, but I think there's just too many strong rookies. Like Moritz Seider and Lucas Raymond are just playing insanely well. It's theirs to lose, I think. Detroit is, oh my God, the Yzer plan just taking over everywhere.
And I get what I really hope happens is Detroit gets good, Hawks get good, Arizona gets moved to Quebec, and Detroit gets put back in the Central.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say a little Stanley Cup final. Chicago.
Oh, that would be sick too. But I miss playing Detroit 6 times a year.
That was one of the great things about last season. Even like with playing within your own division, we were playing Detroit so much. It was just really cool to see them again often.
100%. I think the Hawks will start getting better, but miss the playoffs by 10 points. I mean, they're in a huge hole.
Yeah, it's a big hole. Plus, they're in a really tough division right now, too.
Yeah. But the one thing that I will say to that, and it's just a general question too, it's teams go on big winning streaks every year where they go from a point where everybody thought they were done, and then they end up doing amazing things. Example, the St. Louis Blues the year they won the cup, they were the worst team in the NHL when that happened. What was it, January 1st?
Yeah.
So anything can happen. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't think it's going to happen for the Hawks.
Oh no!
Stop.
Kara's dead.
Panarin is?
No, Kara.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
About fantasy there for a second.
No. Like that was like head down. Like RJ Umberger.
Like, no.
Brian Campbell.
All right. Let's
Oh man,
see.
that was that's not
Raymond's your
good.
vote so far for Calder. Stevie Y knows what's up. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
insane that he just
I
continues.
like how he calls him Stephen Y.
Oh no, that does not look good at all.
No, it does not, man. That's oh god. I'm
Oh man,
waiting to see if they replay it. Like, I don't think it was head contact at all from like the play going like normal speed. Like, I think he just caught him shoulder right to the chest, but head down.
oh man, that's scary.
Yeah. Especially like Kara's been playing great for the Hawks this year
Yeah,
too.
he was a great pickup for them. I was been very impressed with what he was doing. Oh man, you know it's bad when you got the other team's trainer coming out to help out too.
Yeah. He's not moving. Now they're showing the replay on mine. Oh, puck was in the skates, head down. Oh, shoulder right to the jaw.
Oh,
Oh, and it's Jacob Trouba too.
they got the stretcher coming out. Oh man, you hate to see that.
That's the kind of like I'm not gonna say it was even a dirty hit because it's really difficult when it's like I mean when you're in game if you're going to play the body man like it's difficult. It's easy to tell when it's in slow mo, but I would hope that the Hawks kind of respond here. No matter even if it was a clean hit, that's the kind of thing you don't want to see. You don't want to see a guy get hurt.
Right. I really hope too that they're just keeping him from moving just as to be safe. I hope he's like.
It's rough.
Oh, man. Just absolutely hate to see that.
I think they're cheering. I'll give you the play-by-play before you give the play-by-play because 30 seconds ahead of you.
It's Big Boss Steven.
There's a concerned onlooker in the stands.
A lot of concerned onlookers in the stands.
Yeah, man.
Entire Hawks teams on the ice.
Jesus. I mean, going off of that right there, though, like, I don't see this being, like, extra discipline. And if it is, it just goes to show you that how much the NHL just does whatever when it comes to that. But that, man, he got him, like, right on the button because he looked like he was kind of out of it on the way down because there was no bracing for impact at all.
No, it's definitely a clean.
Like
Oh
it wasn't intentional.
no, not intentional.
It's not clean, but it wasn't intentional. I would say.
Oh, and the way he hit his head on the ice too. But no, he was out. Like he just got him perfectly where.
Jeez. Well, that's not good.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't even know what to say at this point. Like,
Yeah, I just hope he's all right. I mean, they on live TV right now, they have him on the stretcher and everybody's clapping. But like, you haven't seen a like thumbs up kind of situation yet.
I'm kind of surprised they've kept it on the feed this long.
Yeah, true. They haven't like cut to commercial or anything.
Yeah.
Can you hear like any sirens or anything?
Occasionally. Yeah,
classic Chicago. It's really funny whenever we like go on vacation anywhere and you just don't hear any sirens. As soon as I hear a single siren, I'm like, ooh, feels like home. It's like, ooh, the sounds of the city, baby.
Did you see when they did a close up of Carpenter? He wears Jonathan Taves gloves.
Does he really?
Yeah.
That's really funny. Why does he wear Taze's gloves? Everybody was clapping, and now no one's clapping because he still hasn't been taken off the ice yet.
All right, let's go to the chat here, see what we got.
Yeah, man.
Change this up a little bit. Well, yeah, change this up a little bit. Kara's a Vancouver boy. Hope he's okay. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's terrible. Let's see. We got Denver nosebleeds. Trade Strome to the Avalanche. Take him. What do you want for him?
I don't know. Strome's been playing well. Strome's playing well.
Yeah, now you got to trade him while you can.
Give us Sam Girard. Huh? Yeah.
Would you Sam Girard or
actually don't give us Sam Girard because we already have DeBrincat
or DeBrusque?
I don't know. I take a flyer on DeBrusque and a Strome trade 1-for-1. But I mean, Girard's not leaving Colorado.
No.
Like, what is Colorado offering us?
Yeah. Yeah, Denver nosebleeds. If you're nosebleeds, you're here. Tell us what you would trade for Strome, because not gonna lie, we would listen greatly. We would listen to it. I think you're gonna see a lot of these guys getting moved. You got there's already a report today. I saw that Strome, Carpenter, and DeHaan are all players that the Hawks are willing to take offers on. Which
weird.
makes sense. DeHaan,
it's an odd mix of players, but yeah, they're all like 1 year left. I mean, the majority of the team is 1 year left on their contract, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun when this team gets some salary cap back.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what a new general manager and how they shape the team. I mean, the only things that are like, oh Jesus, this replay every time. The only thing that like are for sure are like a lot of our defensemen are locked up. Like Murphy, McCabe, Seth Jones. I think Riley Stillman has an extra couple of years on his contract too. Maybe one actually. Riley Stillman's got 2 years after this year.
Stillman, he just signed that 3-year ticket.
Yeah, last season. And I'm not mad about it. Like, I think it's a solid enough decor, and I mean King's doing really well with them. But it's like I wish we had more guys that could like produce.
Yeah,
rather than just Seth Jones.
It's frustrating, yeah.
Even though Eric Gustafson is leading the team in plus minus. He also got a goal today, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
So coming up, 22-23 is like the main season you're going to be looking at. After that season, Kane is up, Taves is up, Kubalik will be up this year, Strome was up this year, Carpenter's up this year. Then you got Borcham's up, Kara's up. After 23, Kirby needs a contract this year. Reese Johnson needs a contract this year. DeHaan is up. Wyatt needs a contract. Caleb Jones needs a contract. Gus needs a contract. Marc-Andre Lankinen. So it's like we are going to it's going to be very interesting to see what this team's going to look like come next year.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how they handle Kubalik. Like, for David Camp. Honestly, I'm surprised that like anybody would like want that, because Camp has been insanely good defensively for Toronto.
Yeah, that was a very interesting it was one of those like head scratchers for Toronto that they made that move, but it's paying off pretty well for them.
No, it's very true. He's solidified their PK for sure too.
I just remember not to plug any other podcast, but Steve Dangle was talking about like after free agency, and they were like David Camp, and he's like freaking out about like, who is this guy? Like, who didn't know who he was, and like, no, he's a very solid guy up the middle.
Yeah, I mean he's the McDavid stopper. So
there's no trade market for Price right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, no.
Like, no one's going to like pay the 10.5 to Price and what it would take to get him on the team. Nobody has the cap space for that. The teams that would have the cap space are teams that are in the bottom of the league and not looking to solidify a goaltender at the moment.
The market for Price was Seattle in the expansion draft.
Yeah.
And that went by the window, and it's
I'm surprised. What does everybody feel about like who Seattle took from their team? Because I'm surprised with a lot of the picks. Like they took John Quenneville from us, and I was like, all right, well, he wasn't even going to be on the team this year, so cool.
Yeah, that's an awesome question. Yeah,
They didn't even sign him. They didn't I can't remember. I think he's in like
I think is he in the K?
no, he's in the minors. He might be, I think, on the Charlotte Checkers. It's gonna be
He's at PTO right now with the ZCS Lions.
okay. Well, I was wrong. Sorry, I don't have my John Quenneville facts set up right away.
It's called the Google, man. Seattle made some bad expansion picks. They made a lot of bad expansion picks, but they made a lot of bad picks for this season. I think they made the right picks for what their plan is, because in 3 to 5 years, when the cap starts going up again, hopefully when oh man, okay, what's gonna happen? Thoughts on the power play? Sorry guys, we get into these conversations, I completely forget to tell you kind of what's going on in the game, so that's my apologies. Thoughts on the power play? Kaner up on his board.
He just oh man, Adam Fox. He's so good. I was about to say he's so good.
He's got to be up for Norris again this year, right?
Adam Fox?
Yeah,
probably.
Does Makar finally get a look at it or get a shot at it again?
I don't know. Makar's issue was just staying healthy, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Like he's played well enough, but he hasn't put together a full season like the other nominees.
Oh, that could have been so bad. Who is that? Yeah, Fox. Is that what you're saying with Fox? With
yeah. That was a great tip by Adam Fox.
That was extremely risky right there.
I mean, it was going in if you didn't tip it.
You also run the risk of it tipping it in too. I mean,
it's either going in or you get it and it goes in anyway.
Fair.
What do you think?
Fair. All right, so we got 11:55 on my screen. Left in the second period. Hawks on the power play for another minute 10.
I wonder. I mean, there's times where the Hawks like get a power play and I'm like, no, because they've just been playing so much better, like 5-on-5 for special.
Which is crazy because at the beginning of the year it was only the
power play
that was doing anything for them.
Yeah,
like they struggle like to score 5-on-5. That's a huge problem for them. All right, brings up the puck. Is over to Kane. Look at no push him back entry, and look at you're in the zone. You're set up. Do this every game. Like what? Like every power play, do that. Like I don't understand this push him back entry.
I mean, I get the reasoning for it because what you're doing is you're setting them up as like a wall on the blue line, but you get the guy behind you, the puck that has speed to break through, and they have eyes on like which direction they're going. But I hate the like forced pass back. Like if you have the space in front of you to skate it, take it, dump it into the corner. You have 3 other guys like along the wings. Like just take the space that you have. Take what's given to you. Stop trying to force it.
Anybody else in the chat who's with us? Does your team do the push and back entry on the power play? And if they do, does it work for them? Do you like it? Does it make any sense to you? Love to get input. If it's just the Hawks that just can't figure out how to do it, that's one thing. It's fine. That's fair. But I truly don't think it works.
No, I mean, it's situational. It's weird because like as soon as they get into the zone and set up, it's like, all right, great, I love it. But the momentum killer is always like the breaking it in and then getting possession.
Man, the Canucks can't even hold the puck on the power play. How are you feeling about all the
Bruce Boudreau?
Yeah, Bruce Boudreau, barbecue Bruce, and all the finally getting some change in that organization that's been desperately needed. Do they make the right moves too? That's another big question.
I mean, I don't know what they've been doing. They played great against the Hawks. was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
But
for
I
40
mean, it was
shots on
just like
Fleury.
Flurry. Flurry is insane. Boy, oh boy.
I love Filthy Bruce.
There you go.
God, about time. Yeah, I feel like that was like you can hear just the entire like city of Vancouver just
What is that?
exhale in relief across the entire North American continent when all those moves are happening.
I thought it was pretty
Rangers,
funny.
Rangers
What?
are the last win on my parlay. Should I cash out? Oh man, don't ask me for gambling tips.
It's Marc-Andre Fleury in a tie game. If this goes to OT, you're screwed. He's perfect. I already told my buddy that was like, Tanner, I have a couple of friends that are like, give us your pucks of the day is what they call it, and they just bet like degenerates, and so I give them every game besides like the Hawks. And then today, my buddy's like, I know you don't do Hawks, but I'm going to the game, so I'm going to bet it. So just give me an idea of like what to look for. And I was like, well, the game's going to probably end up going into overtime, and the Hawks are perfect in OT with Derek King, so they're going to probably end up winning like 3-2 in overtime. And I mean, we're almost there.
Oh man, people are partying in the streets, honking horns, flying cannot fly. It's no joke. This is how bad it was. No, I definitely believe that. Benning era was over 3 years ago. Travis was stale with the group. Team needs a president and new GM. Bruce is a good 2 to 4 year coach. Great change.
Well, yeah, how about the? Oh, I mean, I know Benning. You said he's like over, but how about what he did for the signings of Quinn Hughes and Elias Pettersson, though? Like those are some insanely good contracts. They're only like around $7 million each. That's ridiculous.
I mean, that's another team like you. I know we hear about it all because of Chicago, and you know we're plugged in like Chicago media and all that kind of stuff. But that's another team. You kind of look at their salary cap, and it's kind of like, what are they gonna do? Like they got very lucky with those contracts, like you said.
Yeah, being less than $8 million for both of them. Even though I guess I thought Pettersson's was longer than a 3-year deal, but that makes sense. He's still young,
and he's been struggling a little bit too. So
all of Vancouver has been.
No, I know, but for a guy like that, like he's definitely on a. I know it's kind of weird to say a $7.35 million contract is a prove it deal, but
a 3-year prove it deal.
Yeah, bridge deal. You know what I'm saying though. Like,
yes, the bridge deal. Yeah, they bring back the bridge deal. All the guys that like haven't won anything are making too much money.
Brinket's on a bridge deal.
Yep. And he's going to be making at least $9 million when that deal's up.
Still think it's going to be 10.
Oh, I'm saying at least $9 million.
I'm confident it's going to be in the 10.
Yeah, I think so too. But like his qualifying offer has to be $9 million.
Right. Ninja. All right, I'm cashing out. All right. Like I said though, that's on Tanner, man. I said don't talk to me about betting. Don't take any advice from me.
I mean, if you're up money,
passed on Kachuk. So I'm guessing that's a shot at Benning there.
Oh,
sign Louis.
Which Kachuk? Oh yeah, the Louis Erickson, Jay Beagle, Tyler Myers. Is it Chris Russell that they had, or which Russell is that? If it's Chris Russell, like, can you believe that he? Oh, hey, we got to fight Trouba and Stillman.
Oh, so Trouba. I mean, see, that's another thing too. Like, I understand Trouba haven't answered the bell on that one.
Yeah. Also, Riley Stillman's not the guy.
No,
not the guy for that.
But who's the guy on the Hawks to do that?
Kirby Doc.
You want Kirby Doc to go against Trouba?
Yeah. Doc's got the size. Actually, I don't. I just think it'd be hilarious. Or Seth Jones. Yeah, of course, the Trouba fight was coming. You could tell.
Wait, how did it? Frenchie.
Oh, okay. It was weird when the fight was going on. Like Taze was like on the bench and he was like pointing his stick at him.
Trouba is a piece of work.
Yeah, he's interesting. He sounded like just like a whiny little baby while he was in Winnipeg when he was just like, I don't want to play here. But he was also he's a right-handed defenseman that was playing behind like Bufflin and like Tyler Myers. And
man, I miss Bufflin. The league needs Bufflin.
yeah, he just wanted to fish, man.
Did you see? I don't know if you follow Versteeg on Instagram, but he posted a clip of when he was on Calgary and going like after the whistle, him and Buff just going in a scuffle. Like it was so funny. Like Versteeg was just like the nappy little dog, like biting at
Oh yeah,
Bufflin's
yeah.
ankles. It was so funny.
He just tells him to get out of here.
Made a cool $5.22 or $5.22.
Killing it.
How much would you have won if you would have stuck with it? That's the question I would love to know.
1,000.
I watched Big Buff play junior in Prince George growing up. He's such a beauty. Dude, I really wish he was able to stay around that team after 2010. Like,
yeah, man. Talk about like having to blow a team. That's one of the things that is so annoying to me about Tampa is like them not having to blow it up. Like having Kucherov hurt the entire season last year, keeping them under the salary cap. And I'm just like, that's not fair, man. His hit was clean. Yeah, it was. I mean, clean is in.
It was
clean as in like he didn't mean to hit him in the head, but he did catch his chin with his shoulder.
Yeah, it
wasn't intentional. That's all I would say.
Yeah, it did not help that his head was down, and oh man, that was not good.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going to hit somebody, you're not like watching your shoulder go into them. Like you're bracing for impact as well. So like your head's not facing their head. So like his shoulder ends up hitting him in the chin, but he's not like staring at him like that's his main target.
If you need a perfect example of a good clean hit that doesn't deserve any of that, you got to fight, you got to do all this kind of stuff. You got to look at Ovechkin hit on Connor Murphy last week against Washington. Like that was a big hit, very clean, terrifying. But it's just Ovechkin is just a beast.
Yeah, dude. He's if I was on the ice with him, I would be just scared.
There you go. Go subscribe, everyone. Subscribe there and subscribe to the HockeyPod.net. Let's go. Let's get these numbers up. Finish the year strong.
Merry Christmas.
Most career wins by any opponent. The Rangers. Marc-Andre has the most wins against the Rangers with 33.
About to be 34 tonight.
Let's go. All right. 7 minutes left in the second period here. Still 2-2. Oh, DeBrinket's taking runs now, too. Let's go, Brinksy Cat.
I think the team's a little mad.
Yeah.
I just wish I don't know, like, our team doesn't have, like, size, but we're not, like, undersized, We're very, like, middle of the pack. And I think Kara is probably one of the bigger guys that we have, too, that's kind of, like, upsetting.
He was kind of brought in to be that role.
Like, oh yeah, he was brought in to play that fourth line.
And that's what's so funny about the Hawks is every time they bring these guys in to play that role, they end up exceeding expectations and start doing amazing. Like
yeah, Shaw except for we have no one on like lines 2 and 3.
Right.
We bring fourth liners.
Shaw was that guy that just was great. Now Hagel is that guy who's a big guy, but he's a much better Andrew Shaw.
Yeah, I think Shaw like this.
Okay, I don't.
Shaw stirred it up. Shaw stirred it up a little bit, more than Hagel does, except for the fact that Hagel did drop Patty Laine with a nice right.
I love that.
Get that printed on a T-shirt. I'd wear it.
You bet $2 and you won. Hey, that's not bad then. You're winning. You're coming out ahead. Nice little $3 parlay bet tomorrow, right?
There you go. Yeah,
I'm so bad at gambling that I got to a point where I would do $5 parlay bets, but I would do every single game that was going on that night.
Yeah, no, that's when you know how I told you about Lights Out Line. That's right. I told you about how my buddies are degenerate gamblers, and I give them basically like daily, like who I think's gonna win. There was one where it was like a game or a 12 game night, and the last game was like Tampa versus somebody that they should have beat, and they needed Tampa to get the dub because I had every other game right, and my buddy would like bet like $5 and was going to win like $1,000, and then Tampa lost in overtime.
Oh my god!
And I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" 11 for 12 that day. That's crazy. I was very tied up emotionally into it, even though I had no money on the line.
Oh man, they just show the atrium again in the United Center. I absolutely love that. That was such an awesome addition to the United Center.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Dylan? Co-founder of the Hockey Podcast Network. Let's go, bud.
What it do?
Also does the BC Hockey, right? BC Hockey Podcast. I think I said that right. The name right.
Has anybody? Have you paid attention at all to? Has Adam Gaudette done anything in Ottawa?
Honestly, I don't know. It's been very hard for me to follow. Like, I just have been so focused in on making sure I follow everything with the Hawks that I've kind of like zoned out. If they're not on my fantasy team, I have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah, he didn't even play tonight, so I guess not.
He scored against the Canucks.
Did he really? Oh my god. Yes, he did. That's hilarious. Please tell me it was like the game winner.
Duck fan here. Let's go Rangers. All right. I get it. People don't like Chicago. I understand. I get it.
You mad about the playoffs in 2015?
Oh.
Or playoffs anytime before that too. I don't know. I am jealous though that they got Zegras and like Drysdale. Zegras is sick. Did you watch that? Did you watch that assist yet?
Not yet.
Oh my god, find it. Oh, Hjalmarsson's in the stands. Hey, check it out.
Hammer. Oh, I miss him.
Yeah, man. Hjalmar Johnson.
Any Chicago fans in here that are in Chicago? Was it March 6th?
March 3rd.
March 3rd. I always say March 6th. March 3rd. Duncan Keith's first game back in Chicago, as well as they are honoring Nicholas Hjalmarsson, who is the hands down greatest defensive defenseman to play the game in this era. Oh man, he looked so good too. God, I'm
upset that he retired. He's only like 34, 35 maybe actually.
35.
He's probably
and he did it with no fanfare too. Like he retired exactly the way you expect Hjalmarsson to retire. Just no announcement, no nothing. Just I'm not signing. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah. I'm just he got what he deserved, money wise. I just wish we could have helped him. Hey, thanks, man.
He's the Minnesota. He's the one that I'm really looking forward to you guys getting involved with each other.
Oh yeah.
Little chirp fest back and forth.
I can't wait for these. Look at this. Oh my god, pushing back entry. I can't wait for the Minnesota games.
That's what they don't play till January, and then I think it's like back to back too.
I'm sure
it's like just January 1st and then the 21st and 22nd, I believe. It's a Friday, Saturday. So I don't know.
No, not January 1st, because isn't Minnesota playing 21st?
21st.
I was like, they're playing in the Winter Classic this year. Oh, big save. Let's go. I can't. Oh, Jesus Christ. They gave up more shorthanded chances than they gave power play chances.
Eddie Kane is the boss, though. Yes, he is. The WCB Soda Pod crossover will be epic, boys. I am so excited for this one. It's going to be fun. It is going to be a great time.
It's weird that they haven't played Minnesota in the entirety of 2021.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's weird. Going a whole year without playing them.
And look what happened. They don't play the Hawks for a whole year, and
then they're good.
They're good.
One of my favorite, I just love memes, man. Everybody does. You know the one where it's like the Wild in playoffs, and it's just like, you took everything from me.
Yeah.
And then it's the Blackhawks, like, I don't even know who you are.
All right, here we go. Top 5 American players of all time.
Kaner.
You got Kaner,
DeBrincat,
Chelios,
Seth Jones,
Kaner, Chelios, Roenick,
Madano,
and I'm saying Amante.
Sue
me. Tony Amante, baby.
Yeah, no thanks.
Italian Stallion, let's go.
I don't know, man.
Since the Devils came out with their first ever third jersey, do you guys jersey similar to your Blackhawks Winter Classic jersey?
Oh, yeah, that's somewhat.
It is
Like,
exactly why I'm wearing it.
oh yeah,
They're busting that jersey out tomorrow for the first time, and I wanted to get a jump start on being the first person to wear that style jersey this season. Um, no, like that's such a disappointment. Like
they got lines on a jersey. Like, cool,
dude,
man.
there's lines on a
I
jersey.
think it's just poorly like made by just saying jersey though.
It's so funny. It's like, hey, New Jersey, what do you guys want to do? We kind of want to go black. All right, well, you know what? We have a bunch of Winter Classic Blackhawk jerseys without any like logos on them that we can toss to you guys. You guys want those? Yeah, sign it up. Let's go.
Oh no.
Like, I think it would have been kind of cool. I don't know if it would have been too dark, but I thought it would have been kind of cool to mix in like change the white lines to red or like get something a little bit in there. Like, I think the only red is the highlight around Jersey, right?
Yeah. I wish they would have done more of like, I don't know, like it would have been cool if they would have gone back to like the red and green.
Yeah. I do love how all these teams are going back to like the retro style, except for the Oilers. For some reason, they go back to it and then they switch to that weird navy.
Did you see this Fleury save yet? So good. I mean, we haven't seen this kind of goaltending since Corey Crawford was here.
Oh man, yeah. Speaking of New Jersey legends.
Oh yeah, that's sorry, not sorry.
All right,
I just love the fact that Crawford went to Jersey and was just like, nah, not having it.
No,
I'm done. Forget about it.
Oh yeah, just saw that. Say the side to side save.
Yeah, it was a short-handed chance.
Yeah, vintage Fleury.
He's pretty good. I'm surprised he's playing like as well as he is, being like 37, when he wasn't playing too hot. Like towards the end of his run with Pittsburgh, it seemed like. I mean, you had guys like Matt Murray that was getting more of a shot than he was. Weird.
Devils should come out with a black jersey, but with their logo on the front. But I do like how they did the names or the numbers on the jersey, though. Yeah, and it's really bad when the best part of your jerseys is the lettering for the names and the numbers is the best part of the jersey.
I mean, if we're talking fonts at all, the fact that Nashville's Smashville jersey has all different widths on the letters is just disgusting and terrible. Oh, hey, yeah.
What are your thoughts on both of the stadium jerseys?
I don't know, man. I like. What is it like? The light. Yeah, it's just bad. The lightning. If they didn't have the way the lettering was, I think that the way the jersey shaped, I like the navy. Like that's a plus, but I don't really like the Lightning's jersey either. I don't like stop putting bolts on jersey. Just like I don't understand having nicknames on jerseys. But I do like with the jersey, like the New Jersey fucking sweater. Sorry. What am I trying to say? I like the lettering and the numbers, the font of that on the back of the Bolts jersey.
The Bolts is like the Tampa. I hate that I'm calling them Bolts. The Tampa Bay jerseys are awesome roller hockey jerseys.
Yeah. Yeah, like if there was a team called the Bolts.
I think they're dropping the ball so hard. I know they're not Adidas jerseys, but Team USA, Team Canada jerseys, they're terrible. Those are so bad too.
Yeah, no, those are very bad.
You got the turkey butthole.
I think what is it? The like Canada's whites are fine with me, but I think the reds and the blacks are just bad.
I just don't know why, like especially Team USA, like the 1980 jersey is so perfect. Just stick with that.
I don't know. It's a very simplified jersey with a very odd, like a slightly eccentric logo on the Canada ones. Like if you want to simplify your jersey so much, just make it red and white and don't even put a logo. Like we get it, you're Canada. We can figure it out by the players too.
And then Team USA just with the whole like soccer style, like just crest across.
They took a note out of Florida's book apparently. And we're like, they're not calling them jerseys or sweaters anymore. These are now called kits. And that's what we're going with.
Hey, I appreciate it. We tried.
Oh, thanks, man.
This is kind of how our podcasts go too. So if you do like this and you want to hear some hot talk, give our podcast a check it out. When you see anybody on our podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network. And it looks like the Hawks are going to go to the power play to start the third period.
Yes, sir.
Was it Miller?
Which is, I mean, what's going to happen? Like, are the Rangers going to get another good scoring chance against us? We're 0 for 2 on the power play with 1 shot on goal.
Yeah,
that's not good.
Not good at all. We want Dylan Isha more. You guys, when are you guys going to be streaming again? You guys got the awesome setup too. The THPN studio, awesome setup. Jealous of it. Also jealous that you guys are able to do stuff in person. I wish it was a lot easier for me and Tanner to do our show in person. And
yeah, we're living in the Chicago area, but still being like 45 minutes apart.
It's tough, yeah. Especially on our schedules. But all right, so that's the end of the second period. Rangers, Blackhawks tied at 2. We are going to step away really quick for a little word from our sponsor.
Perfect.
All right, we are back. It is second intermission. Tanner just stepped away for a moment here. So yeah, not a lot of action going on in that period. Let's look at it real quick here. The biggest thing was Panarin had the power play goal. You have Stillman fighting. The big thing was that Kara hit going out, had to be stretchered out, and it's really unfortunate because it's nothing you want to see, no matter what fan you are of what team. Let me bring back Tanner in here real quick.
What up?
Back. Thank you, because I was a loss for thought there.
There you go.
All right, so yeah, I was just kind of talking recap real quick. You had the Panarin goal. You had Kara go down, unfortunately. Yep. Stillman answering the bell with Trouba.
Yeah, not good looking fight though either.
No. I mean, good looking fight with Chicago Blackhawks. I don't think that is a common thing.
No.
Let's see here. Zachary. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Great name. Yeah, so tied 2-2 going into the third. This is really going to be make or break time for the Hawks. I feel like they've played a decent 40 minutes of hockey. Of course, it could be better.
Yeah.
But I think this is a more complete 40 minutes than we kind of have seen from these guys. So are they going to be able to keep this going and, put that full 60 together and finish this in regulation?
They really got to just clamp down on Panarin. Like, man is everywhere. And the puck keeps squeezing out to the left dot next to Fleury, and Panarin's just flying in from the boards area each time. You don't want to see that as a Hawks fan.
It's too. It's for some reason I don't think he is really pissed about the whole situation with the Hawks. I think he loves it, but he also wants to just shove it down our throats. Look how good I am.
I think that he definitely gets his motor going a little bit more when he plays Kaner, because I think there's a little something to prove. I didn't need you, man. I can do it myself.
on Saturday during warmups, he's shooting putts at Kaner during warmups, and then Kane
Yeah.
shooting them back at him. And then today during the Blackhawks morning skate, Panarin's on the bench just talking Kane's ear off. Like
Yeah.
it's so funny. Like that's the bromance like that. It's very sad that got broken up. We
You
didn't get to
think
see that full blossom.
you think that like DeBrincat's there like watching on the sides, just like, what's he doing with my best friend?
Yeah.
What's he doing? What are they talking about? What are they talking about?
Every time him and DeBrincat connect in overtime, he's like, "You'll never replace me, DeBrincat." Like,
Yeah. Either either Kaner or Panarin are both that like Wolverine meme where he's holding the picture. It's just the opposite person. DeBrincat's just in the window, just like, what picture is he looking at?
Yeah,
Better not be Panarin.
What are you doing? Oh man. But we were kind of talking about this on the last episode too. Like,
would DeBrincat be as good as he is
if
Panarin was still here?
And you said it, like, and you're right. I don't think he would be.
I don't know,
because when DeBrincat really stepped up and shined is when he got put up with Kane.
Yeah, you got that chance to succeed and excel with him, and it's just crazy to me that like the whole issue with drafting DeBrincat was everybody thought that he was just a product of Dylan Strome and Connor McDavid, and then he scored over and over and over and over and over again. And then they're like, well, he's too small. He's not fast enough for that. And then it's just like, all right, man.
He's never gonna get the credit that guy deserves. Like Brincy Cat's an elite player. He's easily, I don't know, what do you want to say? I don't even know, where would you rank him right now in the league?
I mean, definitely for goal scorers, he's top 5. That's easy enough.
Yeah.
He's quickly becoming a very defensive player as well. He's very reliable. And I think if you're not a fan of the Hawks and you don't watch them all the time, you don't really see how good defensively DeBrincat is and how great he is with his stick. And he actually throws a lot of hits, which is kind of funny for a small guy because I don't really pay attention to it, but I do get the stats on my fantasy because he was my first pick. And like even tonight, he has 3 hits.
He is just like, he's like that pit bull type player. Like he's tiny. He's not gonna knock you over. He's not gonna roll you over, but he's not gonna make it easy for you to get by him. And yeah, he's becoming probably one of the best 2-way players in the game. And he kind of talked about it briefly on the Blackhawks podcast, Blackhawk Talk or whatever, that when he was struggling offensively, he knew that he needed to step up in other areas because he's got like to stay in the level that he plays at.
Yeah.
He needs to be
relied on everywhere.
Relied on in every situation, and he wants to be that guy. And I hate to say it, like as much as I want him to be a goal scorer, maybe him going through that drought was the best thing that could have happened to him.
Yeah, he's still going to score goals now.
Well, he's still going to score goals now, but now he's got that offensive ability there.
Yeah, one of the things I like about him too is that after that fight that he had like a few weeks ago, there was mentioned like, oh, like we didn't know you could like throw fists like that. And he's like, yeah, well, growing up playing hockey and being one of the smaller guys, like a lot of players think that they can try and take liberties against you. So you really either you let it happen or you learn how to defend yourself. And I think that's why he also probably throws the bottle a little bit more than people would assume.
I mean, DeBrincat throwing the fist versus Doc. Ugh.
I think 2 of the greatest fighters in the league right now. I'm surprised that Doc hasn't thrown down with Reeves yet.
Oh my god!
I don't think has Reeves touched the ice. There's no one for him to fight on us. So like,
I've seen out there a couple times.
I
think
Reeves is hilarious.
That was Tom Wilson got in the New York Rangers' head, and that's why Ryan Reeves is out there. To me, and that is what is so funny about that is that they went and they changed their whole game to be around Ryan Reeves. I think Tanner, you froze. Unless you're really still. All right, I'm gonna take you out here for a second. But yeah, so I think Ryan Reeves, he's a byproduct of everything that happened down last year with the Capitals and Tom Wilson and all that, and that's the only reason the Rangers picked him up, and then nothing happened. It was so anticlimactic. Jerem, is that a backwards hat? Yep, that is. It's a backwards hat. It's don't like wearing hats forward. Okay. Tanner will be back. A little internet issue. So yeah, New York fans, if you're any New York fans in here, let me know. Let me know what your thoughts about the Reese pickup. I'm very curious to see what you guys think about that move. I mean everything is going right for them. I mean, you guys are doing great. They're like I said, they're 16-4-3 this year. So something's working. On your back, right? I'm not sure what you're asking there, but yeah, so let's see. I'm trying to think of other things that kind of kill time before Tanner gets back. Kind of been talking a little bit, a lot. This is a long time period. I give Neil from Devil State of Mind a lot of credit because this is tough. I will fully admit that, but this is fun. I hopefully will be doing this more often with you guys here. So yeah, Blackhawks, Rangers. Tell us more about the jerseys. Oh, I missed that comment there. Yeah, so that jersey hanging up there, it's a game used autographed Jeremy Roenick jersey that we picked up. I picked up, or my parents picked up, and I kind of got inherited because being like the hockey fan, in the family. So that's very cool. I know it doesn't really fit with the whole Blackhawks theme here, but gotta put it up. Canada, US for Olympic gold. Gotta stay loyal. Gotta stay loyal. Team USA, baby. But Canada's gonna probably walk away with it. No doubt about it. If did they finally decide if they're sending NHLers out there or not? I know that's been kind of up in the air because of the new COVID stuff and everything going on. But yeah, it'll be how Team USA. Hey, I'm American. I gotta stick with my country. It's gonna be great seeing 3 Blackhawks though playing for Team USA with Brinksy Cat, Seth Jones, and Keener. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. I hopefully get to see a little bit of Kane, Austin Matthews together. That should be a lot of fun. And kind of mentioned earlier, it's a real bummer that Eichel isn't gonna be able to be a part of Team USA. What's up, Tanner? He's back. Talking real quick. Dylan asked Canada or Team USA for Olympic gold.
Oh, USA owns Canada. Whatever. Trevor Zegers is going to be on the team and just decide that Canada's not winning, so it's no big deal. I mean, it depends on if the teams go, but I mean, Canada, like, how would you not take Canada to win it all unless we get some unbelievable goaltending?
And who's it going to be? Bucky?
Yeah.
Gibson?
Hellbuck for sure.
No, I know, but who the other two? Gibson and probably did Jack Campbell earn his way?
I think Jack Campbell should be on the team.
I think he deserves it. I think he's
If honestly, I forgot. Yeah. I don't know, man. Whatever they do, I think Campbell starts then. He's been playing incredible this year.
Okay, so you said you're Team USA, so you don't like you anymore, and then you said Campbell, so now Tanner's good again.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Rangers winning the Bing Bong parlay is secure. How much you winning, man? Let's Rangers. No, man, I hope you lose. Sorry, gotta be honest with you. Hope you lose your parlay bet. Speaking of bets, though, I think if you're betting on the Olympics, you got 2 bets. You got a bet for Oh God, those poor guys. You bet for Canada. And then you either bet for Canada or you bet the field. Those are the only 2 bets.
Did you see that?
Just that's not a bad bet there.
If a player has a positive COVID test that they have to quarantine for 3 weeks while in China, Lehner pulled out of going to the Olympics because of that.
Yeah, that makes. I mean,
and so there might be a bunch of guys pulling out because
that's
of
that. That's what I was wondering. Like, I was asking them, and I don't know if anybody knows the answer or not. Maybe you saw it. Like, I know there's a deadline for the NHL to pull out without any issues.
Oh, really?
I'm wondering if that happened yet, or if they made that call yet. Because
with all the other things going on too, like I don't know. I it's just a bad situation.
It's like, listen, I want to see the NHLers back in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Big time.
I think it would be amazing because the way that the NHL is set up currently, those teams would be insane.
Yeah.
But the way that everything's just kind of going, I don't know.
Let's go Hawks, baby.
Yeah. Let's go Hawks.
Yeah, I just, at the end of the day, though, too, you really got to think, do you want to risk the NHL season for the Olympics? I know it's not going to be, you got some of the older guys, like, it's crazy to think this, like, Patty Kane, you got a lot of...
Yeah, it's weird that Patty Kane's like one of the older guys.
Oh, he'll be, I mean, if he doesn't go to the Olympics this year, he'll be, what, 37 the next time the Olympics come around?
Yeah, first line right wing. Are you kidding me? He's playing until he's 48. He's going to be making close to $10 million the entire time because his points are going up. When he's 48, he's going to put up 248 points. He's going to finally get that 50-goal season. That would be hilarious. Oh, man. Trying to think of like, yeah, it was. Can you imagine if like a player went to China, tested positive while there? Also, who's testing them? Chinese officials? Do you trust them?
Yeah.
The player lands in China. I don't know about Demko over Campbell for this season. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. You test positive. You miss all.
Welcome back, Andrew.
You miss all of the, like, basically Olympics. You just hang out in China, quarantine for 3 weeks, and then fly home.
Yeah,
like, that would suck. Or the thing that would also suck is the fact that, like, let's say you make it through the round robin, you're in the playoffs, you test positive, now you're stuck in China for 3 weeks before you can fly home. Like,
yeah, it's a weird situation, and I don't know. It's gonna be great hockey if they go. It's gonna be fun to watch. It's gonna be really weird at how picky they're gonna be and all that kind of stuff.
Does Trouba have an assist? No, he's an assist away from a Gordie Howe Hattie.
Yeah. What did I miss? Oh man, yeah, you missed Kara dying on the ice, getting lit up by Trouba.
I mean,
stretch it out.
It's not far off from what happened, man. I wouldn't joke about that. Like,
no, I know, but God,
he was out for sure.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's game used Jeremy Roenick autographed. Very few things non-Blackhawk hanging up there. Don't ignore the Phil Kessel thing directly over my shoulder.
What Phil Kessel thing?
Right. I'm pointing my mouse at my screen.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're pointing your mouse at the screen, aren't you?
Okay, it's reverse. Yeah, right here.
Oh, that's right. On Pittsburgh.
It's with one of the game used pucks, part of the puck from one of his goals. Let's see.
Fleury's so good. I can't believe we got him for nothing.
I know, right? I don't even remember who we traded.
How does it was Michael Hakkarainen. How does everybody like Fleury's pads with the Hawks?
Yeah, boom. That's a great question too.
He's always had great setups, and I love it.
Is there anybody better in the league that had like with better style game than Fleury?
Maybe Scott Darling when he was in the show, but
yeah. Oh man, when we had Darling on,
he had all the pads in the background.
Yeah, he was so Darling was our first like former player that actually did like a video for the interview. And he's just walking around his basement showing like all of his pad setups and everything. It was so amazing.
It's like his basement's like a shrine to like all of his old teams. It's crazy.
If you went to that basement, you would have thought like it was his family, like Darling passed and like, honoring him, like remembering him.
Oh my God. I would have just said like it's his family, not like he's
so dark. I'm getting so dark right now. We got to get some hockey going back.
Yeah, well, we got the push and back entry to start the period, so here we go.
All right, so I think we're about to get going here. Blackhawks are on the power play for I believe like what, a minute 54.
Yes, minute 53 maybe is what they probably write.
Say life when you gonna stream with Dylan. Jerem, when are you gonna stream that? I gotta figure out when I can do it. Kind of crazy with my with work right now, so I gotta kind of pick and choose when I've got availability. I know the next Hots game, I'm going to a Hots game in a couple of weeks too. So that game will be out.
What game are you going to?
I'm going to Florida.
What's the date of that one?
The 21st.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to go to a game like after Christmas. Before I move.
When we went to the Coyotes game, we're driving back, and I'm like, you know what? Let's look. They're $15 tickets. So yeah, of course.
Oh, I think I might go to the Colorado game on early January. It's like a Tuesday. Tickets are only like $20, like
so
$22.
Are you coming back for Jomerson night then?
No. I'm not gonna move and then come back a month and a half later.
Boo.
I would love to, but
all right. Well, we got to try to get another game before you're gone then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go to this Colorado game.
Yeah, I'll see.
My wife's coming.
Why are tickets so cheap? Because the team's not doing good right now.
The team was very bad.
What was it? 0-7-1 or 0-7-2 start. Definitely made tickets nice and cheap. So I got to jump on.
Also the whole.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Everything situation.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. We're keeping this positive tonight. We're talking about positive vibes for a Blackhawk victory.
Yeah, positive vibes, baby.
35 seconds left on the power play on my screen. Tanner's in the future right now, so
I'm in the current time, the present, and you are in the past. Actually,
it's because I gotta get a cable cord into this office so I can hook it up to the TV.
Yeah,
I thought for some reason one of the boxes I had was a wireless one, and I didn't need one, and I was wrong. So I got to stream it on Xfinity app, which is terrible.
True. I mean, at least you get to have it on. You know, like you could just not have it at all.
Tanner, we're gonna miss you. He's not going anywhere, at least unless he said something that I don't know.
I'm just moving, but I'm not like gonna stop paying attention to the Hawks or anything. Unless you're saying like you, as in you in the city of Chicago, are gonna miss me. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Tanner's living the dream. He got to be here a little bit, and now he gets out of Chicago. God, the day I can leave Chicago is going to be amazing.
It's pretty great. I mean, I get to see like a bunch of different parts of Chicago, and I currently live in like one of the best places I've ever lived in Chicago, and now I'm like, all right, see you later. Seen enough. Time to go start a family.
For the road trip, he said. All right, so the power play ends. Surprise, surprise, nothing for the Hawks. 0 for 3. How many shots have they had on that power play today?
I know they had one.
This doesn't say. But hey, they're winning faceoff percentage like normal. So,
well, the other thing too, John Weidman said on the radio that the Rangers are like last in the league in faceoff percentage. So, good. We're doing what we're supposed to.
You got to take the victories where you can get it.
That's probably why Kubalik was able to win a draw earlier. So I don't know if I've ever watched Dominic Kubalik take a faceoff, but
the Avs game you're going to. Oh no, it's going to be in Chicago. That game.
Oh yeah. That game will be, and then while I'm in New Mexico, I'm gonna try and get to some Avs versus Hawks games at the Ball Center or the Ball Arena. Ex-Pepsi Center.
Fleury with a nice little poke, clear it up. Bringing the puck in. Kane to bring it Doc on here. Okay, yes, I'm still watching this.
I'm just like, wasn't Alexi Lafreniere supposed to be like another Connor McDavid? Like that's how hype. That's like the hype. That's like the hype he was getting.
Yeah, I mean, he had a lot of hype. I mean, because I remember I got really excited when we fell into.
Is he a bust?
Ball Center.
Is it Ball Center? Oh, Ball Center. I got it. Okay, I thought you just spelled it wrong.
Wait, will this work?
I heard it.
Okay, hopefully you guys heard that.
Got the soundboard going.
Always forget I have that.
Well, Kirby Doc took a penalty.
Kirby, what are you doing, bud? So the Hawks are going to the penalty kill, which is definitely a big bright spot for this team. They're
No, it's
top
not.
10 penalty kill for the Hawks.
Ever since Derek King took over, it's not good.
They're still top 10 right now.
Well, that's because they were really good when Colleton had them. I looked up the stats from the beginning of the season until Colleton got fired, and then from when Derek King got hired till now. And the Hawks are bad on special teams, both offensively and defensively. Just letting you know, man. Stats don't lie.
All right, Tanner. Okay, Tanner.
Stats don't care about your feelings.
All right, Tanner. Hey, all right, Tanner. Your name is cool. Yeah. Bet you nobody knows how to say it though. And which is hilarious is that I get annoyed when people pronounce it wrong, but then I cannot pronounce anybody's name right as is. So
it's also your last name, you nerd.
It is my last name. How many hockey guys go by their first? I mean, you go by your first name. We do go,
which is funny because my last name is Houston, which isn't like a bad name to go by either.
Yeah, I don't know who. I don't think I tell any. You're the only person as a hockey player that I call by the first name.
Yeah, that happens.
Okay. All right. Well, the PK going here. On my screen, there's 1:11 left. Panarin just tried to rip it from Ovechkin's office, and Fleury was able to soak it up.
Well, that's not. Oh shit!
No.
Chris Kreider got a tip.
Tip in.
Yep. Told you the penalty kill sucks.
All right, you're right. Okay, I'm wrong.
Okay.
These refs are getting beat up tonight too.
Well, I was wrong with my prediction of the Hawks winning 3-2 in overtime.
Yeah, I don't ever think I gave my prediction. No, I did. I said 4-3 overtime for Hawks. So I'm still in the money here. Let's go.
Just throws it on net, and Kreider gets a great tip.
Yeah, I don't even know how I even save that, Andrew. So I'm definitely not going to attempt, and I don't want to insult you by trying.
Beauchene?
Is it Beauchene? I'm so bad with names. If that's right, I'm so bad.
Is it? I don't know.
Yes, let's go. Let's go, Rangers. Nice little tip there. Another Fox.
Yeah, man. Adam Fox is really
so
good. It's surprising that like a lot of people I think overlooked him his rookie season just because of how well Kel McCarr and Quinn Hughes were playing.
Oh, Panarin with another point too. So he needed 1 for 500 and he's gotten 3.
Wow, cool. Where was that when he was with us?
He would have still been in Chicago if he was able to do that.
Yeah, man. Just produced in the playoffs. Maybe Bowman wouldn't have gotten rid of you, but
the sad thing is that's what happened.
Come on. Yeah, there we go. Actually, this is not good because the Hawks are back on the power play. The power play.
Fantasy real quick here.
Checking fantasy.
You're up 9-4.
Oh, we're playing each other?
Yep.
Weird. Oh, your goal against average is trash.
I know, because of Elvis, man.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Is everybody?
Oh. Kubalik was scoring and feeding a trip there.
Oh, you think?
Yep.
Jacob Trouba going back to the box. He's having himself a night. He's having himself a night. Who's got him in fantasy? How many points they got? Does everybody play fantasy?
Yeah, I said earlier, one person said yes.
Nice. That's like a fun thing to do, you know? And if you do play fantasy, do you put money down or do you just do it for fun?
I've been trying to get us to do money, but the fact that only 3 people win our league every year, it's really hard to get everybody else on board to just give away free money.
Yeah, true.
I still think we should chip in for a trophy or something.
I don't
do
care.
Something different. Oh, Jones, what just happened? Jeez. Ice is slippery, bud.
I'm like, what do you... Oh, yeah, I forgot that happened 30 seconds ago. I mean, as long as we start the play in the offensive zone and win the faceoff, I think we're doing great. which is exactly what the Hawks are doing currently. Because they set up fantastically.
Kaner broke a stick.
Oh, baby.
Which, by the way, Kane's got the worst stick
Let's go.
in hockey. His curve, his flux, it makes
Oh,
no
really?
sense for his style. Yeah. He's got essentially it's flat. It's like
His curve?
No curve to it. Yeah, it's a very minimal curve. And then he uses like 105 flex.
That's really weird.
It makes no sense for his style. I mean, his back, if it's perfect for the backhand.
Yeah, well, he's got a sick backhand.
Yeah.
Oh, God. What the drop back? Stop it. Are you kidding me? Well, wait 30 seconds until you see this.
Clears out. Doc's holding it in. Down to Kane down low. Brinket's going back door. Kane tries to stuff it in. Nothing. Rangers clear it out. So I'm guessing here comes the pushback.
Yeah, just wait. Pride of winning for better than any trophy can buy.
Hey, the pride of winning is great, but you know what? When you win every year, every couple of years, it's nice to have a little something to show.
Did you see the Zegras? Did Zegras score? His assist was insane, but did he score too? He's literally playing like roller hockey out there at this point.
Did I just have a stroke? Did Fleury just play that through outside the trapezoid?
I don't know, man. You're 30 seconds behind me in the past. I don't.
So nothing. Clearly, they didn't call anything. All right.
Oh, are you? I think he's talking about the Zegras assist. Did you look at that yet? I sent it to you.
No, I keep forgetting.
Oh my God! It's
Again,
just...
that was another. Just take the puck in the zone, no push them back, and they got it and set it up fine. Oh my God.
Oh my God. That's the thing that's upsetting, is that just ruins the momentum.
Tanner said Andrew's name perfect. That's what he was saying.
Oh,
Try to catch so try to
for sure.
Confusion there in the chat there.
I'm a linguist.
Best coffee place in Chicago. I just started drinking coffee. Tanner, I mean that's you. I don't drink coffee.
I don't know, man. I don't drink coffee like out and about. I just make it at home, and I also just enjoy. I don't don't like hot coffee. I just like iced coffee. I'm one of those people that I can't sit and hold a drink and wait for it to cool down. So that's why I get iced coffee. And I don't even add anything either. I just get black coffee.
Oh, dude, the few times I do drink coffee, I try to do black, and it's just absolutely terrible. I don't know how people do that. You guys are psychopaths. If you drink
That's
coffee.
Well, when you work in a restaurant and you're getting if you're hungover or pretty exhausted, and there's coffee in the back, and you need to drink something real quick, you just pop it in a to-go deli container with ice, and then just chug it black, and then that's what you get used to. Get back out there, kid. It's your shift still.
Great stream, drop a like for the boys. Subscribe to the channel and watch along every days of the week. That is right, and we are up to 527 subscribers. Let's get 600 by the end of 2021 and start 2022 with a new plateau of 600 subscribers. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
They say 600 is the next plateau, and then after that, it's 1 million. Easy.
You went 0 to 100 real fast there.
That's how I do it. Go big or go home, baby.
Hockey Podcast Network, man. Watchalongs every day here, almost every day. Sometimes, sometimes people need a day off. That's fine. But if you like podcasts, listen to podcasts. We got over 90 hockey podcasts on this network alone. Every team has got a show. There's some various shows, two on there that some great content. I'll toss one out too. Washed Up Goaltender with Tendy Talk. Tanner was on that show.
Oh yeah, that was
earlier
fun
this year, and great guy. Always talking to goalies. So especially if you're a weirdo that's a goalie or like goalies,
hey.
That's definitely one to check out. Again, our show too, the WCB podcast, Chicago Blackhawks centric. We try to cover, but we do cover all things NHL because we do just love this game so much, and we love talking hockey.
Crapping on the Sabres. What?
The Sabres crapping on the Mild.
Oh yeah, the I guess, yeah, Minnesota Mild. I was gonna call them like right now. Currently, they're the Minnesota Mild.
Minnesota. Yeah, that's fair. We do special guests on our show occasionally here. Interviews kind of took a hit this year with everything, but we're working on some stuff. I mentioned early in the pregame show that we got a special treat coming up here in a couple weeks. We have our first 2-time interview coming up. I'm not going to say who it is until we have it in the can, just a superstition thing, but
Yeah.
it's going to be great. And we have a couple different guests I'm kind of talking with right now. So like I said, former Blackhawks, Hockey Hall of Famer Eddie Belfour's been on the show. We've had actors from the show, Letterkenny. We've had comedian Earl Skakel on our show, who's a big LA fan. He's a hilarious guy, big roast battle type of guy. So we do a little bit of everything here.
We had Steve Dangle on.
Yeah, Steve Dangle was on. That was awesome. It was our 100th episode with Steve Dangle, which ironically enough, I mean, part of the reason we started our show was because we're big fans of Steve Dangle and what he does. So it was really cool having him on. Buffalo's playing good this year. They're better than what was expected, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we gave them Malcolm Subban for nothing because they're so good.
Do you have a different YouTube channel? We do have one that we post all our full-length podcast episodes on. It's just go on YouTube and search the Windy City Benders podcast. We don't really push it that much. We think the audio is probably the better way to go, just because we know it's a lot easier to listen to this stuff on the go instead of sitting down and watching it for an hour or so. It's not that easy. So
yeah, it just also makes it easier to record by doing things over Zoom, and so we just record that anyway and then pull clips for the social media. So I mean, we have the whole thing, like, why not put it up anyway too?
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. And hopefully once it's fun, especially the occasion when we'll say, oh no, go watch it, is when we have a guest that decides to do video. The Darlene Versteeg did video too, and he was an absolute blast giving his Phil Kessel impression.
Oh god,
that was just amazing. He's so funny. Steve Dangles, Steve the Rager Dangles.
I mean, he's probably been pretty calm the last few weeks with Toronto being so
Dangles video
so
too.
Good.
Yeah, he was.
He was video. He had the blue room.
Yeah, the blue room. Oh, that was awesome. When we opened up Zoom. Oh, is that power play coming up? No.
No,
and he pulls up and we just see the blue room there. Our buddy Noli, who used to do the show with us, is a big Toronto fan and big Steve Dangle fan. So I kind of try to get that one for him, even though we were all kind of big fans of his. But his face when he saw the blue room, it was priceless. It was well worth all the communication errors getting that one done. But yeah, so halfway through the third, Hawks are still trailing 3-2, shots on goal, 26 New York Rangers, 22 for the Blackhawks. It's make or break time. Hawks really got to get something going here.
Hawks are pushing hard right now too. Yeah, I know you're about to see. Oh yeah, just like trying to keep my excitement tempered, but
just go for it, man.
I'm just hoping that, I mean, I'll just go crazy when they score, but it's real hard.
Okay, so don't Sully if they score.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm saying. But I'm not gonna just be like, oh, like every 3 seconds.
But don't say if I don't want to know if it's Taves, because I want to see Taves' first goal.
Okay.
Without any.
Don't tell me to do something and they give me like conditionals.
No, celebrate. Just don't say, oh no, that was Taves. Let's go.
Okay. Let's go, Taves. just start doing that every 3 seconds and maybe it'll actually happen. Gotta love the way the Hawks are playing though. Like earlier in the season, if they get down like this, they would have been completely out of the game. It would have been way out of reach at this point too. My name is in Full House. That is, yeah, true. And if I played music at clubs, I'd probably go by DJ Tanner. It's like, why not? I never watched Full House either.
I don't like that you said, oh no.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't.
Oh, it was Reeves too?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I see him on the ice. Adam Fox. And that's 4-2. Was that just a good screen? Or
Yeah, it's
was
just a good
it a good
screen.
shot?
It was a good screen. You couldn't see anything, but it was a good shot too. Like you didn't. I mean, he had open net, man. That'll happen.
So Reese finally touched the ice. That's the first time I've seen him in a while.
He got an
Nice little,
assist.
yeah.
Just throwing the puck towards the
Oh
middle
yeah,
of the ice.
great screen there. Was that
Yeah.
Goudreau?
Yeah, Barclay Goudreau.
I forgot he was on.
Tampa?
Yeah, or no, New York.
Oh, you meant like this season.
Yeah, I forgot that's where he signed.
It's offsides. Out of here. Well, I
Yeah,
really hope that the Hawks come back here because I mean, it's going to be tough. The Hawks don't score.
no, that's the problem too. And it's like they're doing a great job shutting down Kane, DeBrincat, and Jones. And once you do that,
Oh, yeah.
who do you like? Strom's not going to score. I mean, Taves isn't scoring. Kubalik is
Hagel's like fourth.
struggling. Yeah, Hagel is another one too, but he's playing with what Doc and Taves right now. So that's
Well, as well as they're playing and having a winning record under
no, I'm
Derek
sorry,
King,
it was King,
they're
Taves.
only scoring 2.08 goals per game in the 12 games Derek King's coached, which I mean, they're getting wins, but they're not scoring by a lot or scoring that much. So getting more than 3 is going to be a struggle, apparently.
The second the Hawks let up a third goal, you are like, okay, this is tough. And then the second that it's like this, like that's the thing. It's like once 3 goals go up, you're pretty much looking at a Blackhawks loss.
Yeah.
Defense isn't there. Yeah, it's not, and that's unfortunate too because it's like
Well, I wouldn't say the defense isn't there. I'd just say like, I mean, if you gotta score goals, man. Like Marc-Andre Fleury's playing amazingly. Like their defense has really taken a step forward in preventing a lot of like much better chances than they were at the beginning of the season. Like we talked about it on our podcast before, but like all of last year and like the year before, there was so many chances of guys just all by themselves in front of the net. And we haven't really seen that with our new coach. Like these goals that are being scored are like pretty good goals. Like they're not really weak at all, which means that the Hawks are playing good defensively. Like I don't know, it's rough when they aren't scoring because I feel like Kane should be on the score sheet at least like 2-3 times a night.
yeah,
But
I mean, and
not
that's
having any secondary scoring after that. Basically, those 3 guys we were talking about, like Seth Jones, Kane, and DeBrincat, like who's going to step up?
like you only have 3 players on the Blackhawks with more than 5 goals this year, and I mean that just is not good enough.
No.
I mean, you got Kubalik has got 4, Doc's got 4 now, but then you go after that and it's just like 2s and 1s and 0s on the board, and you're not gonna win hockey games when your offense is all coming from one line. 1 line and a defenseman. So 2/3 of the line and a defenseman. Like
the team's getting better defensively, but the team's not at that point where they can rely solely on playing very good defense. Like
Montreal and Vancouver in a mess.
Yeah, they are. Montreal, I mean, as soon as Montreal gets like Carey Price back, like that's going to be helpful, but you're still missing like Shea Weber.
Who's done? I mean, his career, yeah, he's done.
I'm trying to think who else is done. Is Gallagher still out too?
Gallagher's
he's
still out.
Always hurt.
Yeah.
It's
Gallagher's
crazy.
not even, he's like non-roster. He's not even like LTIR.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Let's see real quick. Minnesota's up 3-1. Calgary's up 2-1. Columbus falls to Toronto 5-4. Tampa Bay comes back and defeats Montreal. The Islanders finally
they deleted them from existence.
Islanders finally win a game 5-3. Nashville pounces on Detroit 5-2. Anaheim wins 2-0 over Buffalo. St. Louis wins in overtime over Florida 4-3, and Carolina tops Winnipeg 4-2. Yeah, I didn't realize how late it is, and there's that many games done already.
Yeah. Yeah, and San Jose and Calgary is just starting, basically.
Yeah, 5 minutes left in the third in that game.
Calgary, what a surprise this year, man.
Oh, that's
They,
there. Yeah, Calgary, like they're one of those teams like that they have all the talent in the world to be good and be these guys, and it's just for some reason they just can never put it together. And
this year they are.
yeah, and it's very convenient that it's like a year like a lot of guys need to get paid. So
very convenient, huh?
yeah,
It's
Leafs
like
1-5-4. Yeah, that was a big one. Was Matthews the game-winning goal in that one?
might have been. I don't know. Did he get the 5th?
I don't know. I just know he hit 2.
I'll find out. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, okay. I accidentally closed out of the app on accident. Yeah, he scored the 5th.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, fantasy.
All right, under 5 minutes to play here. Hawks just can't seem to get it going.
They just can't find the back of the net. 2 goals, man. That's what they're good for.
2 goals. Yeah, that's the average there. And you know what? I think this is just another surprise this year. Like I knew the Rangers were going to be like, I don't even know if I said the new Rangers were going to be good.
They're a playoff bubble team. I think
yeah,
is what we
but
talked about.
I mean, they've stepped up pretty well. It's got to be the Gallant effect too. Like guys love playing for him. He's definitely a player's coach. I also wish the Hawks would have made a move on their coaching, made the coaching change when he was still available. That would have been nice.
I wish they would have made the coaching change before 12 games had passed in the season.
Matthews is the man for sure. Who looks so weird without the stash.
Yeah.
Like I was making fun of him, always been making fun of him for the stash, but now without it, he looks even weirder.
What was it last time we were at the Toronto game, and the guy that was sitting like near us like came over and just started chatting with us, and he was like, yeah, one of the girls that we brought like hooked up with Matthews the night like last night, like matched with him on Bumble, and then like they ended up hooking up, and she's like, oh, I don't know, I hooked up with like one of the guys on the other team. I don't know, his name was like Austin or something. I was like, she had no idea that she's like hooking up with a guy that's got like a $12 million like contract deal. Just like I think he's just like he's a hockey player. It's like, yeah, he's one of the best. And the Hawks let
Mark Andre to the bench, so I'm assuming that means empty netter.
Guess who gets it?
Well, but not Panarin. He's on the bench.
Oh, you are wrong, sir.
Really?
Yeah.
How far back am I? Jeez.
30 seconds. We've already gone.
Oh, yeah. It's already made a line change. Surprise. Panarin just loves playing Chicago.
Yeah, man. Did he literally have 5 points? No.
No, he didn't get one on
the last 4. One.
So 4 points.
Adam Fox had like 3 points too. 2 points maybe. I don't know.
I'm upset there wasn't a leg kick celebration at all, but I guess
it's an empty netter. It's not like any. Maybe
is that the best celly in hockey?
I think it is, but I'm also worried of like at one point if he's gonna end up like pulling the groin muscle.
Oh yeah.
But he probably, I mean, he's an NHLer. He probably stretches out like all the time. It's like flexible enough.
You remember in the off season when him and Bob were on like the yacht and they're doing like their weird dancing?
Scrap. Sorry, Scrap. Carpenter. Ryan Strome. Little Scrap.
Oh, Dylan, fight your brother.
Yeah, right. I wish like Dylan Strome would perform like really well against like his brother. That'd be great.
Oh, geez. Strome just straight up gooned him.
I missed the beginning of it.
Oh, my God. Like, yeah, Carpenter, like, Strome just goes and grabs Carpenter and just starts throwing punches. Carpenter couldn't even get his gloves off.
I wonder what he's mad about. Oh, does he think this was a... What? Does he think that was like a bad hit? I don't know about that, but okay. It's That's what we're doing today. Where's
You can read lips. Carpenter had some nice little words there for Strome. Yeah, what happened?
did the lady actually hook up with Matthews? I'm assuming. I don't know. I didn't care enough to like actually ask, but the guy that like for whatever reason decided that it would have been a funny story to tell us.
That is such a
And
weak. That was
I
such
was
a
like,
weak hit.
that's cool, man. I was like, I'm gonna pay attention to this game now. Still, like, okay.
I was like, I don't even remember that happening. Like, I think I was just on the other. Oh, because I
Well,
was on the other end.
Yeah, he really just told me and Megan, like, because we're all like chatting about the game, and then it's like, oh, what did you say? He's like, one of the girls who was hooked up with Boss. I was like, oh, cool, dude. Like, sipping his beer and like kind of hammered. I'm like, that's awesome. It's like the type of group that like shows up and like drinks a bunch, and then they left before the game even ended, and the game was going into overtime, and it's just like, hope you guys had a good time.
That's like that. That's a pet peeve. Like, I don't understand people that pay to go to these games and leave. Like, yeah, I understand you're not getting the outcome you were hoping for, but like, come on, just stay. Like, you were there 55 minutes of the game. Like, why would you leave that now? Like, I never understood that.
Because it's time to go to the bars.
You guys think I'm cool? Yeah, man, you're really cool.
Yeah, man. Shane, bro.
Oh man, so this game is slowly coming to an end here. We're gonna go off of your time now here, Tanner.
Okay.
So you tell me what time it is in the game. Still commercials?
It's about to start up. What is it? What is the time on that thing? Oh, that's what the time the game started. It's 2:45 left in the game right now.
2:45. All right.
Yes, sir.
So Hawks are gonna drop this one to the New York Rangers.
Whoa. There is 2.5 minutes left, sir.
Yeah, and I'm saying this based on your stats that you dropped earlier.
Yeah, no, that's fine, but I'm saying there's still a chance. I think he's got to. I don't know if they called the timeout yet, but call the timeout and just be like, "Hey guys, let's pretend like it's a new game," and then they score an average of 2 goals, so they get another one.
Trouba with another point too, so he got his assist.
Oh, did he really? Oh,
Yep.
There it is. Gordie Howe had he. It's really, oh man, that's kind of funny though. It's the last time DeBrincat got the Gordie Howe hat trick. You're
100% right, DK. No, you're 100% right.
Yeah, I know. The last time that when DeBrincat got that Gordie Howe hat trick, and then they were mentioning that the previous recipient of the Gordie Howe hat trick for the Hawks was Artemi Panarin.
Yeah.
God. It's like, oh yeah, classic.
Bunch of goons in Chicago, I tell you.
Yeah, they get those guys to fight. What is happening? Oh my god.
If the Blackhawks come back and win, will you do a 24-hour podcast celebrating? No.
No, I got stuff to do. I also have other not things to do, which is fine. They just scored again. Are you kidding me?
Really?
Yeah.
All right, so 6-2.
6-2.
Oh man.
Yeah.
This was rough.
Yeah. Oh my god, you kidding me? Ryan Reeves with another assist. Barclay Goodrow with the goal. It's just a little rebound right in front. Nobody had him. Yikes! I didn't know Barclay. I didn't know Goodrow had the A on the Rangers.
I mean, he's got Stanley Cup experience, man. Who else?
Yeah, I guess so. What kind of deal did he sign? Was him or
was it 4x4?
Was his 4x4? Or what did Blake Coleman sign a $6 million deal? Which one of them did that?
Blake Coleman's in Montreal, right?
No, he's in Calgary.
Calgary, yeah. Everyone's Canadian.
That's the guy that Doc fought.
Yeah, you're right. Let's see. Goodrow is
Blake Coleman is 4.9 for 6 years, I think.
3.641 and some change, whatever.
I got the 6 was the 6-year contract, not $6 million, but 4.9 for Blake Coleman. Oh, I hate watching the rest of the game when, or not really hate watching the rest of the game. It's just upsetting to watch the Hawks just be like, this sucks. like getting off the ice all pissed. It's like, yeah, man, maybe you should score more than 2 goals if you want to
What's
win.
your thoughts on the Trudeau hit real quick again? Yeah, for anybody that came in late. I mean, it was an unfortunate hit. Like
It wasn't intentional.
It wasn't intentional at all. He just got caught. He caught him with his head down and he just hit him square. That was able to just knock him out. And
led with his shoulder, but ended up getting him on the chin. Not intentionally hitting him in the head, though. I don't think that you'll see them give him intentional like head contact or anything. But that's why he continued playing the game. You know, he didn't get kicked out or anything. It's just unfortunate with where the contact ended up meeting.
It was kind of surprising that he didn't get the boot just because the way they've been throwing out 5-minute in matches lately. Like I feel like every day there's at least one player getting a 5 in a game.
The Hawks are just going to hold it. End of the game. Well, Hawks lose 6-2. That's there's no longer a chance of them coming back.
Yeah, I could have told you that after you said they only scored 2 goals.
Yeah. That sucks.
All right, so that is going to do it for the Hawks on this game. All right, so Hawks fall to the Rangers 6-2. Rangers improved to 17-4-3, and now with a 7-game.
What an insane record for the Rangers too, man.
7-game win streak. Blackhawks fall to 19-14-2. It's gonna be really interesting how the Blackhawks respond to this too. This is a game that we figured that they probably were gonna lose. It was one that we hoped it was going to be a lot closer and they could maybe squeeze an overtime point out of it. But now it's going to be really
the Hawks are in a win-1, lose-1 mode right now.
Yeah.
For the past like week and a half.
If you saw the last episode title, 500 hockey isn't good enough. It's exactly what it is. So now we're coming on a huge stretch of hockey for the Blackhawks. Pretty much playing every other day, including a back-to-back next week in the 17th, 18th. A must-win game on Thursday against Montreal. Saturday is going to be very interesting against Toronto. They took them to overtime last time when they were in Chicago. Then you got Calgary, Washington, Nashville, Dallas. So a lot of very interesting matchups coming up that there's going to be a true test for this team. And it's a lot of hockey too because of the whole Olympic scheduling. So any final thoughts you got, Tanner?
I mean, we're going to probably win, and then we're going to probably lose. And then we're going to probably win, and then, probably lose, and then probably win. And I think we're going to score 2 goals in all of those games.
I'm not mad. I'm good. It's frustrating just because it's like this team is good. So yeah,
Bro, you salty? You salty, bro?
A little salty.
You salty, bro?
This team should be doing better.
They should be scoring more, is what I think.
Yeah, I can't get angry. I got a lot of editing to do after we get off of here too. So, yes, but it's going to be very interesting to see what the Hawks do. Yeah, we will do hopefully another stream soon. We'll see when we get this going, when it works out for schedules and who's already got games on the schedule called off already. Again, make sure you subscribe to the Hockey Podcast Network's YouTube channel. Let's get to 600. Make sure you go to DraftKings, use the promo code THPN, show our sponsor some love, win some money. Don't listen to us on it. Let's see real quick here. Do you think Kane will stay after this year?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Do you think if they like do bad, like they move him in his last year of his contract? Like I don't think he leaves the team ever
voluntarily. I think it's only going to be one of those things like, hey, we have this offer that will be huge for us. Do you sign off on it? I mean, that's the kind of situation it's going to be.
Or a situation like Duncan Keith, where it was kind of like the player's idea, and then it's like you grant the player like what they wish, you know, like he wanted to be closer to his family, and if Kaner for some reason in the future is like, I really want to be closer to my family in Buffalo, then I'm sure the Hawks would be like, okay, like we'll work something out. Owen Power.
I think it's going to be really. I will be really shocked if Taves and Kane don't retire a Blackhawk.
Yeah. True.
Before I was like completely like it was out of the question. I think it's slowly as things progress, kind of becoming more okay. I could see it, but it's one of those things where it could happen, but I just don't think it will. Like it's gonna happen. I think they retire Blackhawks. I think they want
Yeah.
to.
I mean, Kaner's got 15 years left in Chicago.
Right.
So,
and
he's playing until he's 48.
I think that this team is going to slowly fall into place. Like you're starting to see the new core, which is, Doc DeBrincat. Hopefully Kubalik is able to stick around. Crawford's still there, gone. Corey Crawford's long gone, bud.
Yep.
You're starting to see the new core, like these young guys all coming up.
Or
You got
Mark
Seth
Crawford.
Jones.
Talk about Mark Crawford.
Yeah, are you talking about Mark Crawford? I don't know. That's the only. Yeah, hopefully Crawford's gone. Mark Crawford's gone. I'm not a big fan of Mark Crawford, but Hosa is staying. Okay, you guys are just having fun now. All right, so we are going to just wrap this up. Make sure to subscribe to the Hockey Podcast Network, DraftKings promo code THPN. Give us a follow on our social media at WCB Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. And check us out. We put episodes out Monday mornings, so start your week off with some benders. Yeah. Hagel has been nice. Yeah, I'll definitely say that. He's been a great surprise for this team. I don't think anybody saw that coming.
Starting to score a little bit more too, which is good. He's the only one that gets the greasy goals on this team right now.
Yeah. So, all right, you got any final thoughts before we send it off?
Nope.
All right, thanks guys for sticking with us for 3 hours.
I was here for parts of it. What up?
Hopefully, you it didn't bother you guys too much, and you enjoyed it all. And we will, hopefully we'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks guys and gals.